accelerates the wave, and the ever-steady Styxboy shall rot away your brain. Bad to the bone, Lucifer has picked up his days on days, and the great sound covers full of fence and bad writing to slay. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage. The qualified. The qualified. We are prepared.
Oh, is it over? Okay.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of The Qualified. I'm Jedi Johnson 22. I forgot all about that new intro. Good. I forgot about that. I am joined as always by the great Dom Tober, the always steady Styxboy 73, bad to the bone, Brucifer, and the architect, Joe's Doolin. What's going on, fellas?
Friday. Couldn't come
Happy
fast
Friday.
enough this week.
I'm
Happy
back.
Friday.
Back to
Not
go
come
last week, but I'm
You
back.
were gone?
Yes, I was gone. You missed
You
me.
were both gone, and we thought we were going to have a really short show, but it wasn't. It turned out it was not. So
Still a
I
great
missed all
show.
the fun last week. Do you know why it was
we
good?
can eliminate you two from the whodunit.
Yeah, I got away from Bruce for a little bit, which is good. I need that therapy away from him, so that's good.
You can't live without me. You can't quit me.
We missed it a little bit.
Gang's
All right.
back.
Well, we wait for the folks to
Yeah,
to come over, hopefully from the
Got it.
Hot 10. So we got in second week in a row. We're going to do something because I sent stuff to Joe for the news. He says get lost. I said, well, I'm going to do it anyway. So here we go. I don't have any screenshots for these, but odd news: 2 vultures found too drunk to fly in Connecticut.
I did see that. I almost thought about putting that in there.
What?
Yeah, apparently 2 vultures, I don't know if they were in a dumpster or what, but ate some what turned out to be fermented food of some sort. Apparently it wasn't booze, but then they were too drunk to fly off. So, Dom, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever, you
Yeah.
or Brucifer,
Yeah, I've been
You guys
too drunk
ever
to fly off. Yeah,
got drunk and fell asleep in a dumpster?
I know Brucifer did that one time before.
No, I got I was leaving. I was so drunk. I left a club at 6 a.m. and I ended up taking an A train from Manhattan, 2 hours into Far Rockaway, back to the city, another 2 hours, and I had to go back. So it was like a 5-hour trip on the train because I was so drunk.
I actually did that too, but when I was living in the Bronx, I took the 6 train. I took the 6 train to the end. All right. I woke up. I didn't wake up. I woke up. I was back in Manhattan again. I fell back to sleep all the way back again, and I was going back and forth. So it kind of like is the unstop. That's
The train is
City
a
life.
very comfortable place to sleep.
City life. Also in the news this week, British farmers use Axe body spray to keep the rams from fighting. So I think Giggles, we're going to start asking Giggles to spray down Dom with the Axe body spray before he goes on YouTube to keep him from being so confrontational.
Yeah, I use Axe body spray. It actually does work.
Oh,
It doesn't
I'm
work.
sorry
It
you have
doesn't keep
no-
you calm.
sorry you don't have any taste. Axe body spray. Oh,
Hey, it's good stuff, man.
yes. For used people.
Well, listen. First
And
of all,
finally, my nightmare come true. Stowaway snake causes delay on bullet train in Japan. That is
Snakes on a train.
wow, there you go.
Those motherfuckers. Oh, I can't say that.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Go ahead, say it.
The famously punctual high-speed bullet train experienced, get this, a 17-minute delay. That would be considered early
That's
for most
nothing.
trains in the U.S. probably.
Yeah.
When a snake was reported by a passenger. That God. Ugh.
You know, it's funny. You're talking about animals. I just got a notification of Baltimore. There was a raccoon in the street in Baltimore that was high on drugs. Someone fed it a Percocet.
How does somebody know that they fed up a raccoon? What is
I
there?
don't know. That
Well,
was
they
what I was reading.
Open.
Give him a drug test.
Just
Give him a
stumbling
sobriety
around.
test.
More animal stories, man. Listen, if you go to TLC, there's a couple that has a pet squirrel named Sugar Bush, and they have like 5,000 Sugar Bush, and they have like 5,000 outfits for this poor
What are you
squirrel.
watching?
I swear to God, the squirrel looks like it's comatose, like it's drugged.
I think a lot of those hits are people looking for something other than a squirrel. They're
It's
googling
like,
sugar bush.
furry type movies you watching them?
I get a lot of snakes, but every now and then we get a bear that makes its way through.
I know in Florida they have crocodiles that do math, but
alligators
do math.
All right, we've given everyone enough time. Let's say hello to the chat. GT Comics coming in first, second, third. I lost count. He's come in so many times, but he won at least. Comics Corner, good evening, everyone. What's going on? Comics, Bri J, hello, guys. You are all there as poop. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Some of us more than others. Frankie Gonzalez.
Of course, yes.
Gotta embrace it.
Tommy Longbox, what's up, Tommy? What's up, fellas? What's going on, Tommy? And JJ. Happens to Dom at the airport, too drunk to fly, but if it's JFK Airport, who can blame him? I don't know if I've ever been to JFK. And JJ also says that Samuel Jackson's already attached as producer to Snakes on a Train.
Snakes on a Train.
Insider news with Dom. That's.
Well, listen, I can tell you this.
I don't even think PBS would take that one.
I wasn't dropped on my head. I was thrown on my head. So
yes, people.
Happy Friday back at you, Trell. Appreciate you dropping in. All right, that's it for the Howsits.
All right.
What we got?
Bruce, you ready to do this?
Yeah. I got this.
All right. We're going to run the OLI here, and we're going to get into our comics now later. I got a few pulps to bring up, do some pickups. We got some Styx got a new game tonight. We do some first impressions, take a look at a Red Sonja book, what's actually in between the covers of a Red Sonja book. And
between the covers,
and we're gonna do a nice little preview of Free Comic Book Day since it's coming up in a couple of weeks, so you can see what all's coming and plan your LCS trips. So on that note, let's do it.
Welcome to Outside Looking In. Books that weren't hot enough for the top 10, but they're just okay for us.
All right.
First up, I can see Jedi already criticizing this list. We have TMT Last Ronin #1. Sales are up, selling about $100 plus. CGC 9.8 selling between $250 $300, and a 9.9 sold for $700 plus.
Is this because
I click into last week's episode? Wasn't this on here last week? Or
the movie? The movie news
could have been. Yes, that there's a live action rated R movie coming out of this, and there's a game also.
Is it going to be live action or animated?
The news.
Live action, they said.
Live action.
Animated would have been really fun if it was animated. Live action.
So, is this the A cover?
Yes.
Yeah, this is just the A cover.
And I think we did talk about last week how there's like a lot of these out there, and it's
there's the ratios, there's a bunch of store exclusives. It's a lot of good covers, but this one is, I mean, it's always done pretty well, especially with the weird release schedule they had for it. For the series as a whole, but
it took forever for this series to end.
And I have the new one, right? The days of the Last Ronin, days go by. Something like another book.
They had a preview, prequel. Lost Days.
Was this one delayed, or the number 2 was delayed, or 3? This one was this one delayed.
4 and 5 were delayed.
Yeah. Well, 2 took a while too, I thought, as well.
Yeah.
Listen, it
was IDW.
You know what's funny? They're making this rated R, right? Why don't they just make the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was rated R? The book was a violent book to begin with. Just make the cartoon like that. That's it.
What?
The original Turtles. Why would you have to just make this violent? Make the original Turtles violent, where they came from.
Because this is what it's
Vanilla Ice.
Are we going back in time?
Dude, the hell with this shit. Listen, back in time is better than now.
Huey
go
Lewis
Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Gotta go back in time.
Because to sell toys, you have to market Turtles to kids. And they sold a lot of toys in the 90s.
Yeah,
I'm going to say one thing, and it's not going to go well.
Should I mute you now?
Too late. Too
You
late.
put him in a timeout.
Too late.
I don't know. I wish he would do that from now. I wish from now on he would just give us a warning like he just did. I think that's the new way going forward is give us a warning when he's about to say something.
I thought he got all of this on pre-show, but I guess not.
No, he's a bottomless well.
You know what? Listen, I know it's marketed to kids, and unfortunately it is, which is a problem. But
you guys just keep feeding his ego, BK. That's why.
That's it, man.
All right. Moving on from turtles, violent turtles. We have Alien Worlds #2, 30+ sales, selling around $35. A CGC 9.8, sold for $350. This is probably the last of the Stevens covers to catch heat. The other ones seem to be cooling down, but who knows?
I think a lot of these books that, again, like this Alien Worlds, the other Alien Worlds book, a lot of the Stevens books were long-term $10, $15 books on a regular basis on eBay. You can find them cheaper elsewhere as well if you were digging. But I think just that rising tide lifts a lot of these, which were kind of the lower tier Stevens books. I love all the Stevens books, not that there's anything wrong with it, but there is an upper tier with your planets and your DM agents and stuff.
If we could tear ourselves away from looking at the Space Babe, that little rabbit is hilarious looking. It's a rabbit, right? I mean, he just looks.
I thought it was the Grinch.
Yeah.
It may be. Whatever it was, they woke him up in the middle of the night because he's wearing his pajamas. Something.
He's walking on his hands and his feet are up in the air, so I don't know.
Oh, maybe he's a jester. Maybe he's a jester.
Plus, I mean, a lot of Stevens stuff is great, but it's
Joe's like rabbit. What rabbit?
Yeah, a lot of these books are not easy in higher grade to find.
No.
I mean, 9/8s in a lot of these books are pretty thin on the censuses, just because these titles and these publishers didn't have the best made books, and these books sat around in bins for long periods of time. So
they weren't sought after books. Like
I thought Jackson too, Three Rivers. I thought the same thing.
I will say this: I have a Dave Stevens book coming back, and it's coming back in 9/8.
There you go.
My Bad Planet #1. Yay.
You didn't know who Dave Stevens was until you met Joe. So come on. All of a sudden now you're buying all these freaking Dave Stevens books, man. Please stop it.
Listen, the day you can spell Dave Stevens, then you can talk. All right, over here. Don't interfere with my segment here.
Yes, I agree. Crossfire will always be sought after.
Joe, there was a book,
a
Vampirella book by Dave Stevens that it's like it's not that expensive that I seen like a week ago.
It's moved up in price a bit. Like I said, all of those books have lifted up to around this kind of 30 to 35. It's hard to go and try to find Stevens stuff cheap anymore. So whether those lofty prices will come down or not, which they probably will, Stevens in general, I think, has set kind of a new floor in terms of what you're going to be able to get this stuff for from now on.
Dom, when you were in grade school, did you have a hard when you were coloring? Did you have a hard time staying within the lines when you were covering?
No, actually, I colored really good. I left the
you did
coloring books.
You have a hard time staying on topic. That's all I was wondering.
Plus one time. I got to tell you why, because I left the coloring books at a bus one time, and the bus driver found my bag that I left on there. He said,
"Thanks, Jedi."
He told me that he told my brother that I had really good coloring skills on my the coloring books. Because what I used to do is I used to outline the lines on the thing and color inside, which didn't make it go outside.
Did the bus driver want to take you under his wing and make you a star and give you his own personal?
I think it was Brucifer back in the day. It was Brucifer that was the bus driver. So.
Did he take you into his windowless airbrushed van?
Yeah, did he want to
ask you to help him find his lost puppy?
Yeah, you want to play with this paintbrush? Sure. Next.
What do we got?
We got G.I. Joe Transformers #1. Volumes were slightly up, selling around $10. I don't think renew interests because of the G.I. Joe Transformers movie project hasn't caused this book to jump in price.
I think people are
Not
leaning
yet.
toward the Skybound stuff.
Not
I
yet.
think
The Energon universe.
Well, I know, but wait till it gets closer. When you see a trailer or something, the newsstand in this will probably shoot up a lot more. But a lot of people, it's funny. People always saying that people wait to the last minute to go out and buy these books until they actually see it. They say it, they wait to see it come exactly on TV or the movies. They wait for the character to show up. They wait for the event to happen before they actually go out and buy the books.
Right, I will say this disclaimer for what Dom just said.
What?
If you're waiting for a trailer or a movie project to drop, it's already too late. You missed the boat. Don't buy the books. Just stay away.
But people do that. People wait to see it actually happen. You could say it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Next thing you know, they wait, and then when they finally show it, then they start scrambling for the book.
Yeah, those are the people that probably pay way too much.
Yeah.
I mean, this miniseries you could still find in lots and stuff as well to pick up the whole miniseries.
Hey, Mama Bear, what's going on?
Hello, Mama Bear.
Hey, Mama Bear.
Hey.
Can we stop real quick? Quick timeout. So very, very coincidentally, Brewster wasn't on last week, and Mama Bear wasn't here last week. So what's going on?
I'll never tell.
They could be the same person.
Oh,
It could be.
eh?
Hey, how about that?
Nice.
Yeah, GI Joe as a whole, old GI Joe, that original run is still ridiculously cheap for how many first appearances are floating around in a lot of those books. They're still really, really dirt cheap. So if you're a Joe fan, get
The
digging.
newsstands will probably be more of a value going up this for some reason.
It's fun. It's funny. I never desired or picked up a GI Joe comic ever until this whole Energon universe.
The GI Joe was the books that got me into comics as a kid. The original GI Joe run with Marvel is what got me into comics, because I used to have the toys and I would get the comics and read the comics, and that's what got me into comics originally.
Yeah, I used to get them at the newsstand. I'd get something like X-Men or Spider-Man every once in a while. And then, when G.I. Joe started came out, same thing.
Oh, so you went to the newsstand to get your comics? Was that before or after the Depression?
So definitely after. They kept burning all my other books during the war.
God.
I just picked up, speak about Transformers. Just picked up they had a comic store variant of issue 7 of Transformers. Soundwave on the cover just came out. This it went on sale.
You bought a comic?
Yeah, I did, man.
Oh, okay.
I bought some comics. I got some comics coming. Also, I got a nice Star Wars comic coming.
He just doesn't read them. He buys them.
C2E2 foil exclusive Dark Maul red, blue. What is it? White, red, and black. What is it called?
Yeah. Mall fans are going to be happy with some of those covers that are coming.
I know.
There's a lot of good mall covers coming.
Next.
Next up, everyone's favorite book of the year. Can't get enough of this book.
Of the year.
Uncanny X-Men 221. First
year?
appearance of Mr. Sinister. This book has been on the list more times than Marco's Deep V. Yeah. It's selling between 25 to 40. It's up and down. It's a roller coaster with this book. Nothing too spectacular.
This book always sells. This book is. I mean, this is a book that constantly has volume. It's just not, for some reason, a super high dollar book. It pops every now and then, but it always seems to fall back around this range.
I can't even recall how many times I've almost bought this book and just didn't do it.
Well, if history teaches us any lessons, you'd have a chance again if you want to.
You won't buy it again.
I will say this: I had a 9.6 newsstand of this, and I sent it in for a signing, and it came back a 9.8. I was like, yes. So I actually have a 9.8 of this signed by Chris.
You're a liar, man. You and your lying ways.
Yeah.
All right. I want to go find it in my signature box.
Unbelievably lies, man. Come on, man. Come on.
I'll be back with the book after the now and later segment. All right.
Yo, you got this. So you press a book at 9.8. You get this book at 9.8. You get you win freaking Raz contest is 9,000 times. Come on,
that's it's only 14 times this year.
You're a liar. Stop it.
13 times. It's the fourth month.
I know.
At that rate, you'll have
the jealousy that sees below me.
Lies.
Getting back, X-Men 97 seems to be moving books all over the place, from low tier first appearances to
C-level villains. To,
yes,
you name it.
Adversary and Mojo and Spiral. Meh. Where's my long shot? I want to say long shot. Why hasn't long shot showed up yet?
It's right there on the cover.
I know.
And right now, right in that box up there.
The little box.
Oh, the box up there. Oh,
with his nice
listen,
feathered
Mojo's
mullet.
coming soon. Mojo's coming soon.
Mojo already came.
He came, so that means long shot's not far behind. The long shot, but it's not far behind.
Yeah. All right. What's last on the list?
What's last on the list is an unsigned copy of Spawn 350. Last week, 2 copies sold for $600. A CGC 9.8 sold for $4,350 on 51 bids. And I happen to know the person that this belonged to, Big Clutch. You know, everybody knows who Big Clutch is. Check out Big Clutch on Instagram. He currently has a employee copy of Spawn 350 up. That might top this. We're watching it.
How are these people getting these books?
Got to know somebody.
Yeah.
That's
like people with these special edition books that get books that are like nearly impossible for people to get. Even the president of the United States can't get these books, but they somehow.
I think it's funny that usually Todd's signature commands a premium, but since all of those copies were signed on the jump, these unsigned copies are the rare copies to get, which is great.
I was kind of wondering the same thing because I remember there were a lot of these came out signed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the thing. These came out signed, and that was the big rush on them. I don't know. I still don't. I don't understand Spawn.
That's true, Brian. That's true.
Here would be my question: if you take this and get it signed now you get it signed by McFarlane, would the CGC label say unsigned 350 now signed by Todd McFarlane?
I think the way it works with Todd is once he signs a book at the beginning, he will not sign it again. Because he did that with what was that?
Well, I know he's got a list of signed, but
so he remembers which ones he signed at the beginning out of the gate and which ones he hasn't. And if you bring him an unsigned copy, he'll say no.
Yeah. I mean, he does frequently will do the books where it's like, I'm signing 500 copies of these, and he'll sign and all those, and those go out that way. I don't think he's going to say, no, I'm not signing this book because I've signed it for someone before. But
man, I can't believe that these books are so much money. Like just the books in general, that the Spawn books that the Spawn collectors out there getting these like ultra rare books and stuff like that, which is crazy.
Spawn collectors are a unique breed of collectors. I hand it to them because the prices are always there for the rare Spawn books.
And people call DC fans crazy.
Well,
well, you're crazy just to begin with, so it doesn't matter. So,
but I'm always on your mind. That's all that matters.
Think so?
Rent free.
Good times.
Look, I remember what I ate yesterday for breakfast.
So
interesting list this week.
Very. So thank you for hanging out with us to do the outside looking in, the CBSI.
But don't go away.
Please head over to CBSI.com and check out Pete's notes on all these books that we've shown tonight, and check out the CBSI Hot 10 list if you missed it. So thank you very much. Back over to you, boss.
You know the funny thing, the crazy thing is that back to Transformers and G.I. Joe. Did anybody else? I was talking before we came on about anybody see the trailer with Transformers?
What is this?
Transformers 1. Anybody see it?
Yeah, I saw a handful of
it's
stills.
okay.
I haven't seen the action.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was expecting something else, and I'm not mad because it's more for kids. I'm not mad that they admitted more for
It's
kids.
good.
But we're gonna get our share of things. But
Wait, you just wanted everything to be rated R.
no, I actually, you know what? I'll kick aside. Look, I love Transformers, and I actually think it's.
You notice that Bruce said
I
back
thought it looked
over to
good.
you, boss, and Dom Tober's like, well, that must be me, so I'm going to start
Yeah,
talking.
you see that, right?
No, I just wanted to
You
talk
know
about the Transformers before he went off the thing with the Transformers. That's it.
There was no Transformers on the screen. Nah.
Yeah, we were talking about it before.
The Dom Tober agenda.
All right, boys, you want to do some pickups?
He's pushing his agenda down my throat over here.
Yeah,
I've got
Bruce has an agenda too.
All right,
You know my agenda.
I'm in
No.
leadoff
That's what
spot
I'm
here,
worried
so
about.
I'll just
You'll be
I'll run through mine real fast. All right, so pickups this week. I got a good bit this week. I was pleased with what I picked up. I picked up this JSA Strange Adventure series is really nice. It's really great covers on these. It was early 2000s this came out, but if you're a JSA fan, there's some great art and kind of some fun stories in there as well. And I picked up some Darwin Cook, Bad Girls. I'm picking up as much Darwin Cook art as I can because you never know when that next artist hits. Well, he's dead, so he's not making any more.
Okay.
And you know,
So
I mean,
this is your preemptive strike.
yeah, I mean, I've always liked Darwin Cook and I've always picked up his stuff, but there's a lot out there sitting out there cheap, so I don't think it hurts to get it now. I got little Kickstarters. Fancy pen. Got a little Hughes Elvira.
What?
Some Staniak Red Sonja, black and white and color. My favorite magician. There's some more Kickstarters, cheeky comics, and quickly show. Whoop! Little metal Archie. Metal is not very easy to show, but it's a little metal Archie.
The metal shines too much.
And last but not least, a little Dave Stevens.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like the I like
the eye patch possum in the back.
Yeah, the eye patch possum.
Yeah. All right, Jedi here. You got some stuff to ship? Oh, you're muted.
Muted.
You are correct, sir. So I got 3 slabs. I've had these for probably a couple of weeks, if not longer. They're in my show pile back there. But more Greg Horn signed books. I don't think I've showed these back yet. Vampirella
Nice.
8. Vampirella Strikes number 3. A Ice Cream Man number 26 at a 9.6 signed, and he sketched, I think, the eyeballs on the
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's
ice
fun.
cream cones. I think that's
cool.
what he
That'd
did
be
there. And then lastly is Aliens number 1, Greg Horns. He remarked Punisher Skull. He did he did like 50 of these. This is number 3 of 50. He did the dripping remarks, the slime remarks on the front, and I think on the back too. So
I like fun remarks. That's
cool.
pretty cool.
That's it for this week.
Signatures don't move my needle, but I like when they do remarks.
Yeah, Greg Horn does some pretty fun stuff. That's it.
All right, who's up next?
You want me to go?
Yep, I'll throw you up there. Hold on. If my computer wants to work, there we go. All right.
Yeah, last week I went to Virginia to a show in Virginia in Harrodsburg, and John Morton was there. And if anybody knows who John Morton is, he actually played Boba Fett in the Bespin scene in The Empire Strikes Back. He also was Luke's co-pilot in the Hot scene with the AT-ATs. So I got his autograph on a couple of Funko Pops, which, of course, me talking to him, I held up the line, and my wife kept kicking me because other people were waiting in line. And then he just started talking to me and gave me a free print too, which was actually
so. The most fascinating thing, there was actually a line to see this guy.
Yes, there was a line, and a really cool dude.
He
found out was from New York
Bridge
City
for Lies.
that I rode. I drove 6 hours to see him.
Me lie never.
Got that. Also, last week, Dubba actually sent me something which I'm still shocked, and it was really cool of him sending this to me. He has signed Jeremy Bullock, Boba Fett.
Oh, nice.
You've seen it?
That's awesome.
Oh, wow. Who sent you that?
Dubs
Dubs
from the tax show.
Dubs?
Yeah. He sent it to me. I got a package in the mail. I didn't know what it was. I opened it up, and it was from him. And I thanked him because he didn't have to do that. That was really cool of him.
Nice clean. I love that. I love that signature on there. It's a nice, clean signature.
Yeah, like Jeremy Bullock had a really good neat handwriting. So I got a couple of other pops that just came. I actually got them from Hot Topic. I was able to get the 25th anniversary of Darth Maul and the Bloodfin Speeder, which is actually pretty cool.
I think you said butt spin.
Butt speeder. But this is what I'm really excited about. I finally was able to get my Boba Fett first appearance.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Comic book cover. Comic.
Those are nice when they do those. I like.
You know the whole thing I just hate about these? They make these thicker than the regular comic ones, like the Spider-Man. I wish they were a little thinner.
I was just about to say, for people that have been living under a rock, Dom has been begging for this for probably 2 years, and now you're going to complain about it.
Yes, that's what he does.
I know. No, but I'm very happy.
Thanks.
I'm happy I got this. It's actually, and the Boba Fett is actually different from the Boba Fett.
What is it?
So I actually did pretty good. I got 2 of these, so I like it.
Nice. I was going to ask how many of them you got.
You got 2. Hey, I got 2 because one to get autographed if I get a chance.
I don't know if we want to see it under a black light. No, down together.
No.
Black light. I don't know, man. You might find some unwanted stains.
Okay.
I think that Boba Fett Funko would be the cleanest thing in that room, probably.
It would be, right? Yeah. You see empty spaces. You know why? Because I'm actually moving stuff around. I'm moving my other stuff. I moved some other pops out.
It's tax season, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I got those. And one more thing. Actually, 2 more things. I was able to get this. This is actually a proof card. Okay. It was given out in San Diego Con in 2010. There's a proof card of what the action figure looked on it, and this is the 9.0. It's a 9.
Oh, it's AFA graded.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. And then I got these. I got 2 of these. The Darth Vader cover is number 45.
What's up, Derek?
With Shinhati and Balin's skull.
They did her dirty on that cover.
Yeah, I know. The artwork isn't that good. Balin looks pretty good, but yeah, they gave her no neck. So
it did my girl dirty.
I know. What? I hope they have better covers. Maybe when the Ahsoka series does come out, the comic, they have a really cool comic cover of her on it. We'll see.
Her face kind of looks like gold dust.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Alrighty, nice.
I got 2 things to show that I picked up over on the Whatnots this week.
Yay.
So if you remember when I was down in Florida for Florida SuperCon, I picked up a Thundar, the Barbarian Pop. Well, this week I picked up Ariel.
Oh, nice.
Ariel. Princess Ariel.
Nice.
That one, I just need to get an Ookla one now. That'll be the set.
Is that bigger than a regular pop? That thing looks bigger than a regular
Just
pop.
the head is bigger.
Yeah, just the head's a little bigger.
I'm guessing Ookla is the premium figure.
Camera, maybe.
I'm guessing.
That's okay.
Actually,
Styx has very tiny hands.
I'm sorry, Styx.
It's like,
then I picked up.
Leave Styx alone.
I only have one more pop to find for the Batman 66 set, and that's
nice.
a Robin. I got to get a Robin.
Little Julie Newmar.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Yeah. I'd like an Ursa Kitt one, but we're gonna get one of those.
Julie Moore.
You're gonna get one of those. That's what I got to show you guys.
Sure, why not?
All right, I'll be right back.
I'm waiting for the disdain from Dom. All right,
from Dom.
I picked up the Ultimate Spider-Man 3rd print because this cover's just too cute.
Aww. A cute cover with an ugly man holding it, but that's okay.
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha.
Ooh, wow.
Ha, ha.
Boom.
Sizzle reel.
Nightwing 113, the Marco variant. I also picked up the ratio of his, because it's actually the 300th issue of Nightwing.
Looks like elevator.
300 issues already? Jeez.
Yeah, well, across all series.
Legacy numbering.
300th Nightwing.
Catwoman, Nakayama.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
Pussycat Space.
Pussy in space? Pussycats in outer space?
Yes.
Joe C's on a rocket.
Then I got the lyrics.
Lyrics, yeah.
Wonder Woman Lobos.
Nice.
Yeah, Lobos.
The Swaby Wonder Woman.
Scabies.
She's a little too vascular for me in that cover.
You like it. You like it, veiny. Cobra Commander number 4 with Nemesis the Enforcer.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, I like this one. A week couldn't go by without me picking up the DCU. I finally got a clean copy of the Power Shazam number 1. These are hard to find.
I'm sure that'll be pressed and submitted within the next week.
It will. Speaking of pressed and submitted, Batman 526, DCU 96.
Oh, isn't that like an Alfred issue only?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I won this in a Raz this last week.
Go.
The ugliest cover of Harley.
Best cover ever.
I don't know why I like that cover, but I do like.
I love this cover.
I know why I don't like that cover. That book is still doing well.
Bruce. Thanks.
And I got a book I've wanted. I've been collecting. This is the 3 of 4. I have one more to get. Amazing Spider-Man number 1, the Golden Record reprint, 9.4.
Son of a bitch.
All I need is the Avengers Golden reprint, and then I'll have the set.
Nice.
And
you gotta find the records.
But Dom calling me a liar earlier. Here's my 9.8 Uncanny X-Men newsstand, signed last year by Chris Claremont.
Yeah, you bought it in the store. You didn't.
Okay.
You can't prove it. You can't prove it.
Yes, I can. I got CGC to back it up. I got records, buddy.
Okay.
That is it.
Excellent.
Did he sign that at Baltimore?
No, I sent it into private signing. CGC.
All right. That's springtime. Time to bust out the old fishing gear and get out there. So I got a nice Earl Moran pinup today. Great pinup artist of 50s. This one is actually off of a calendar. For our now laters this week, people were going crazy for that that ratio Spider Woman for some reason.
Horrible cover.
Which it wasn't a horrible cover, but it wasn't a great cover. The Lionel Yu A cover is a great cover. It's a good one to pick up and throw in the box. It's a good Spider-Woman cover. People were, I guess, picking up this issue, hoping that the new champions were going to be revealed in there, but apparently it was just a little bit of a tease. I guess you'll get them in the next issue. So that is what it is.
I like that
They'll
cover.
keep stringing you along.
It's a cool cover. I like motorcycle covers. Maybe it's just my love of Ghost Rider. that makes me like motorcycle covers, but it's a good cover. The Vampirella number 668, the 1 in 15. This was just a really nice Vampirella cover from an artist that I don't see that much. So it's just kind of, I mean, all Vampirella covers kind of feel the same, but I don't know. There's something about the eyes.
Looks like she's being scolded. Looks like somebody told her no.
I like that. I like that. Someone needs to be a stern disciplinarian. But there's something about the eyes. The eyes in this just caught me. They definitely stand out.
It's that Mona Lisa pose, right?
Yeah. And it's not a week if I don't throw a damn Pinocean cover on there. The foil for Conan 6.
I was gonna say that looks foil.
Which is there's also a non-foil version of this as well. One wants the non-foil. But their foils are nice. I like the foils on the Conan stuff. So that's what I got that came out this week. And getting into the future, Scarlet Witch 1, this hidden gem foil variant by Craig Russell was just, I don't know, it had a bit of a kind of 70s 80s feel to it, but it just with the colors and everything, it just popped. There's a lot of good covers on the Scarlet Witch number 1, but I just kind of dug this one. It's just something a little different.
Not your best for you, Joe.
No, I do what I can.
Yeah, you can't hit a home run every time.
Yeah, no. I can't shoot too much TNA every single week. I got to mix it up a little bit. I do love this Destro 1 in 50 though.
Well, I like that.
It's a badass. If you're a Destro fan, I'm a Destro fan. That is a nice 1 in 50.
I am waiting for my freaking goddamn Zartan limited series. Come on, man. Cool.
And they started to release some of the other covers for DC.
Yeah.
In for late June, early July. And the Zatanna Bringing Down the House, number 1, the 1 in 50, which I've been waiting to see what that was going to look like. So I will be picking that up because it's Zatanna. And
reasons.
I buy all things Zatanna. So that's what we had out there.
That Destro is a cool cover. It's going to be a cool series.
Yeah. There'll definitely be some great covers coming out of that series. Yep. I had to throw up a few pulps this week just because there were some pretty ones. Spicy Detective, 87 from 1941. A 1.8, which is pretty beat to hell for a pulp. Sold for $228. Like I said, it's fun looking at pulps now that a lot of people have submitted them to get graded. So now you're starting to see a lot of graded pulps, which you never really saw in the past. So starting to see all these graded pulps and where they price out is pretty interesting. Horror Stories 19. This cover is fantastic. She seems like she should be in a little more distress by what's happening to her there. But from 1937, $264. It's a 2.5. It's a qualified copy, it's a restored grade copy. So there's some spine splits and, of course, seals, which is not uncommon in some of these beat up old books. And last but not least, this was a bigger sale. There's a lot of pulp titles that use the word spicy in it, which I enjoy. But this is a beautiful, beautiful book. Sold for $3,120. What's
going on, man?
From 1938. This is a 5.0, which is really great shape for a pulp from 1938. And pulps are literally printed on the shittiest of shit to ever shit in terms of the quality of the paper.
I mean, that's the paper they had back then.
Yeah, but that's kind of a sexy cover too. It says cream to off-white pages. Cream to off-white pages.
So nasty. I wonder, Joe, as a pulp connoisseur, or at least somebody that knows about pulp, you know, is CGC's grading criteria a little more laxed for when they grade pulp than they would be if they were grading a comic of the same texture, type of paper and stuff?
Because they just really started doing it, I'd like to know whether they're just basically using similar comic standards, but they have to be a little more forgiving. But then again, I always feel like they're a little more forgiving when they're doing Golden Age stuff anyway, even comic books. When they're looking at them, especially on the lower end, because a lot of stuff, if you send it in a Golden Age book or a modern book, the way some of the Golden Age books sending it in, you're going to get a really shitty grade. But,
Joe,
you're going to get a letter back like I did.
Is this book smaller than the regular book, a regular comic book, or bigger?
It's fake.
Yeah, no, they're smaller. Here, I'll grab one. Let's see. So,
Not quite digest size, but
compare it to a regular size book here. Let me pull this up. Yoop. And yoop. So, I mean, they're smaller. Size wise, it's it's definitely not as wide. It's it's a little not as tall, but very close. So the slabs that they've been putting them in definitely look very close to comic size. They're of course, they're thicker. They're big. They're square bound.
They're like a digest type of book.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a little bigger than the old school Reader's Digests.
Okay.
But yeah, it's nice because the slabs actually look like they would fit pretty easily with other types of things where you possibly keep comic slabs. Whereas like magazine slabs are a mess. It's like it's a slab of plastic the size of a twin size bed when you get a magazine slab. It's ridiculous.
Yes, it is, Mama Bear.
So that's what we got on the Pulp Marketplace this week. Like I said, it's interesting now that we're getting them graded, because in the past it was the way people would describe them and things were kind of all over the place. The way people would describe the condition of the ungraded ones, because again, a lot are pretty beat up.
Do they saving these books now? Because these books are definitely you grade them to protect them a little bit, like for as long as you can keep them in these.
And most of your pulps, it's a lot of. It's reading inside. It's mostly words inside. So in terms of getting something encapsulated, where it's like, well, okay, I like the art. You're not really missing out on being able to flip through and seeing the art inside.
It's basically the cover. It's the cover.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that was selling. Of course, he had a garage full of comic books. So he was told, or very suggested by his wife, that he needed to clear some of them out. So he had a garage sale basically. So he wanted to know if I want to come over and just help him, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come over and give you a hand. And so we're pulling out boxes and trying to arrange things, sort things, sort of, as best we can. And he had one box. I think it was marked Western. I forget, something Western. I don't know if it's Golden Age Western or whatever. But I started to open it. He's like, dude, don't even like breathe on that box. He's like, I'm afraid whatever's in there is just gonna like turn to dust if we shake the box too hard.
They suffer from fall apart very easily. It's even just
entropy.
And when I buy them, I buy a decent amount of raw pulps because I like Planet Stories, because Fiction House, who did Planet Comics, also did the pulp version, which was Planet Stories, at the same time. So you got a lot of those good sci-fi covers. But when I get them raw and they come in sometimes, just trying to get them in a reasonable bag, because trust me, the way people ship pulps is not as maybe they'll get better at it, but
forgiven.
They're not as, we get people that ship comics in crappy ways too, but the way some people ship pulps is questionable at best. So to try to get it in the bag, sometimes it's a delicate process, to say the least. So that's what we got for this week.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Let's get into some news.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if we can keep Dom away from Star Wars throughout this entire segment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
a
do
good
We'll do our
job.
best. We'll do our best.
Does it really matter if Star Wars is on the screen or not?
Doesn't it? Doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It depends on what I like.
Obviously, nothing.
Well,
So
you need to watch something other than Star Wars. Have you watched Fallout, Dom? Have you
Nope.
watched it?
I'm not interested in it.
Well, you need
Oh,
to-
it's fun.
you need to, Dom.
It's a fun, good story.
Yeah.
I never played the game, so I.
No,
You don't need to
but
play
it's
the
an
game.
actual game. I've never played the game. I know nothing about the game, which was actually probably the best way to go in and just watch this.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? I don't know, man. I think ordinarily, Joe, I would agree. Based on, like I talked a little bit last week, based on the history. Like I never played Halo, so I didn't have any problem really with the series Halo. Whereas people that played Halo freaking just about hate it. But like I said before, my youngest son very excited for this. Loved it. We watched about 2 episodes a night. We wrapped it up early or late. I guess Sunday. I think we wrapped it up. He loved it from beginning to end. He had to explain to me how it was different than your regular shoot 'em up type of game. And for me, as the father of an introverted son, my son's very introverted. To see him get as excited about something like this, just like it really kind of just thrilled me. Because he was so excited. When this thing ended, he was already like theory crafting where this thing was going, who they're going to talk to, and the city it showed at the end, which he said was Las Vegas, and he's like, oh, they're going to talk to so and so and so and so, and oh my god, and I was like, holy crap, getting that kind of excitement from my son, who's, like I said, is pretty introverted. I was like, damn, this show is really hitting the mark for its audience, I think.
That's what I want, but they're not doing that.
Watch this. They're doing it.
Watch this. That's the way. Go ahead.
To me, that's the sign of a good show. The fact that me, who has absolutely zero knowledge of it, can watch it and enjoy it and love it, and somebody who really is into the game can watch it and love it. To me, that's the sign of you did something right.
Yeah, Shogun is really good too.
Shogun's
great.
Shogun's
That's
amazing.
that's the way I felt about The Last of Us, playing the game and watching the show. Just like I was in heaven.
Yeah, I never even finished watching Last of Us.
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
Yeah, so
I enjoyed it.
check them out. These are good. This is a good show. I enjoyed it. I thought, I had to get used to it because it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But once I realized and was told, no, this is how the game actually goes, is a lot of decision making, a lot of consequences based on your decisions, etc. I was like, okay. Yeah. And before you know it, throughout the series, I'm able to identify. I'm like, okay, this is one of those situations where he or she or whoever the character is needs to make a decision. My son's like, So it's like really good, really fun.
It's like a choose your own adventure book for us old folks. But yeah, so it's renewed for season 2, which is good. I thought they did an exceptional job in season 1 of laying out the characters, not giving you everything at the beginning, slowly laying out backstory throughout all the episodes.
Terry's got a great point here, Dom. Terry has a good point here. There's a character called the Ghoul in here that is very Boba Fett-esque, kind of.
Except he doesn't.
He's a bounty hunter. He's West. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I'll catch it. You know what? Look, in a couple of months, I'm taking a long possibility of taking a long flight, 19-hour flight, so I can catch up on a lot of these damn shows on the flight to take my mind off the being in the air.
And this show just goes to show you that everything doesn't have to be Star Wars or comic book movies for you to enjoy
Marvel
stuff.
or DC.
Yes.
Yep.
There's other stuff out there for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
They did an extremely solid job. I'm glad that they pulled the trigger quickly to renew it for a second season. So we'll see what we get. Witcher will end after season 5. I don't know if anyone's been watching The Witcher.
I'm still watching it.
The first season,
I stopped.
I enjoyed a lot.
Stopped.
The second season, I lost steam. The third season, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, exact same here. First season I enjoyed. Second season I kind of had to grit my way through it. I felt like I was kind of committed to it. In the third season, I was like, nah, I don't care anything about this.
I watched the first episode. That was it. That was it.
And with the Cavill to Helmsworth swap, I just was like, nah, that's too much for me. So it's gonna end. So
well, it's not bad. 5 seasons for a Netflix show.
No, I agree. I put a lot of money into it, but
it has some spinoffs too, right? Didn't it have some spinoffs?
Oh, the spinoff was garbage water.
I didn't even try to watch it.
It was bad. It was not good at all. So, Witcher, bye-bye. Rebel Moon Part 2.
Anybody watch this yet?
I started watching it, then I had to.
I might watch it tonight.
I like what I saw so far.
I had a show to do, so I didn't want to fall asleep and sleep through the show because I watched Rebel Moon.
Didn't even watch the first one.
I watched the first one, and it wasn't good. I'll watch the second one, which I'm guessing probably won't be very good, but I'll watch it anyway.
Anybody else think? No, sorry. Go ahead, Bruce.
No, I was saying, it's a lot of action packed. From what I watched so far, a lot more action than the first part of the movie.
Having watched the first one, I feel like they should have done it in a series instead of all at once. I feel like every 30 minutes you got a different story.
We'll it would have worked
better. I'll go back and watch some episodes of Red Dwarf instead. Be far happier.
Anybody else think so? So those that have watched it, AOA obviously says it's nonsense garbage. I don't know. That seems to be the common critique of this thing is that it ain't very good.
I second that comment.
But does anybody else think that hating on Zack Snyder has kind of become like it's kind of the in vogue thing to do?
My problem is I don't
kind of the thing you do.
I don't hate Zack Snyder. That's the thing. I'm pretty neutral on Zack Snyder. He has some things that he's done that I enjoy. He has some things that he's done that I don't enjoy. So I went into this with kind of an open mind, and I was let down. I mean, would you give us a cantina scene? I was like, come on. In the first one, like,
you're still hung up on that cantina scene.
I am. It's
a bar than everything.
It was the turd in the punch bowl for me. It was
but you're right, Jedi. It's social media has become like a cesspool just to hate on Zack Snyder no matter what he does.
Yeah. I don't like I said, I personally don't have a problem with Zack Snyder. There's movies that he's done that I enjoy. I don't think everything needs to have slow motion scenes constantly in it. That's a horrible, shitty trope that he overuses.
Yeah, that's just kind of good. But I mean, I don't think it has to. There can be some middle ground. It doesn't have to be Disney grade, fantastic or bust. There can be like some middle ground there to where it's not so bad. Maybe it's not as good as Star Wars or not as good as we're used to seeing from Disney or whatever. But it doesn't mean it has to be dog shit. I mean, there's got to be some middle ground.
Well, I think it's better than some of the Disney shit they're putting out. So I kind of. I'm gonna watch.
I think
I haven't seen it yet, so
I think if Zack Snyder's name wasn't attached to this and it was some other director, it would have got higher scores.
I don't think so. It would not have had any of the buzz if you didn't. I mean, it had the buzz because it was Zack Snyder, and it was heavily, heavily promoted because it was Zack Snyder, not because it was this awesome science fiction, fantasy, adventure story that was going to blow your mind. Yeah. It was billed as Zack Snyder's Star Wars. So I don't know. If somebody else would have put this out, it probably would have been lost. Yeah.
And let me remind everyone that because it's a streaming movie, there is no way to verify the audience score. So people that didn't watch the show could have voted.
Oh yeah, I mean anyone going for audience, but just the critic score was not that I give two shits about critics because they're pretty awful anyway, but just for comparison, I just wanted to throw up what the scores were for part one because it ended up around 21% for the critics and 57% for the audience. This will probably come up. Normally, this stuff gets hit fast and hard low initially, and then it'll slowly rise up, and it'll probably hit around where part 1 was, I'm guessing.
What they should do is get rid of the critics.
Before come up.
Get rid of the critics and just have the fans watch it and let them be the judge of it, because the critics are the ones that.
Well, a lot of people did streaming and watch it, so.
Yeah, I don't pay any attention to that 14%. It's the other one that I'm looking at.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, people can flood the ratings however they want. You get enough people to go in there and just crap on a movie, they can lower the score. But normally,
nothing's free, man. You got to pay. It costs gas to go there, so nothing's free.
I always say, don't listen to critics or anyone else. Judge for yourself. Make your own opinion.
Yeah, I mean, after you get a good number of audience ratings in there, though, it kind of levels out to a relatively true-ish score. Early on, it all normally gets hit by either people that really love it that are going to run it up, or people that really just hate it regardless and are going to bring it down. But over time, you get enough.
The real question is, if this was in the movies, what would the popcorn bucket be?
What?
The popcorn bucket. If they made a popcorn bucket, this was came out in the movie.
Probably the robot's head.
Yeah, I was going to say the robot's head. That's going to be my guess.
I would like that, actually.
2024 is the year of the popcorn bucket. Thank you so much.
Ridiculous.
I think Dune gets the gold medal for popcorn buckets for this year.
Wait, you see the popcorn buckets for Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah. You really think that's legit though? That's actually going to be the popcorn?
It'd be
kind of funny. That's a funny meme, but is that real?
Maybe it is.
Yeah, they'll have popcorn all over the theater with those things.
Well, they had the Ghostbusters had the proton pack too, didn't they? For the popcorn, I think that was pretty cool.
The Ghost
that looked pretty good. That proton pack looked cosplay worthy. It literally looked good. The pictures I saw.
Yeah,
a Jabba the Hutt that's coming out in the Disney store, popcorn bucket, which is pretty cool.
I haven't seen the alien. Oh, sorry. I think we double clicked. I haven't seen the alien one.
I'm excited for Romulus.
The next movie is going to be called Alvarez.
Right? All righty. Let's move on from.
No, Tree River Comics, you're right. Look, I'm older too. The writing is so-so in all these damn things.
Oh Lord!
Speaking of aliens,
did that on purpose.
Yep.
Just a fun little series that's going to be coming out this July, and it's just nice because it's a team up of Hickman and Ribic. Ribic doing the art, Hickman, of course, doing the writing for a Aliens vs. Avengers.
That's
so
cool.
Ribic's art is always fantastic, and it's nice to see some quality people on an Aliens or Predator series. The Predator stuff has been very popular. That Predator Wolverine crossover did exceptionally well. People dug it, so. Maybe these little minis and stuff like that, or one shots, will be decent. I had to throw it on there because Cap's on there for AOA. So
it's the Avengers. Who cares?
Captain Marvel could wipe them all out. Come on, man.
Yeah, but aliens, you're adding aliens in there. It's good stuff. Just threw up a couple things that are coming throughout April here, toward the end here. Dead Boy Detectives, April 25th. If you're a Sandman fan, that's going to be good.
Sandman Universe, right? Sandman.
Yeah, yes. Sandman Universe. So if you're a fan of Sandman, I don't know how much input Gaiman has in this, but I don't. Netflix has done pretty well with some of these one-offs, especially their darker stuff. Sandman was good. I'm sure this will be entertaining enough. Yesterday, Conan O'Brien Must Go came out on Max. Just a fun little travel series with Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien, by far one of the greatest comedic talents of the past 30 years, hands down. The man is brilliant from his time at SNL, from his time as writing for The Simpsons, to his late night show. Fantastic. And if you haven't watched his Hot Ones episode that dropped on Now We Feast on YouTube, it is a hilarious, fantastic 15 minutes of television.
I started giving up on late night personality. I will admit, Conan O'Brien was the last one that I finally wrote off the list of late night personalities. But I don't care about any of them anymore. They're just too.
I know. Conan was the only one that
political
He was the only one I ever really cared about. And yeah, late night is nowadays, but his podcast is also pretty good as well. He has some interesting people on there. If you have Peacock, Chucky season 3 is dropped. If you've watched any of the Chucky series, I don't know how to describe. I don't know how to describe that series.
But why is he old?
Why is he old?
Why is he like the Crypt Keeper now?
He got burned. Was he?
What happened?
Right? He got burned.
Yeah, it was the way that last season ended. It was all kinds of crazy shit going on.
I'm watching. That's why. But I'm just saying the fact is that he looked like the Crypt Keeper. That's why.
I started watching it with season 1, and I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I miss Craig Ferguson too. Actually.
Yeah,
Craig Ferguson was fun.
He was fun. I used to like when he looks at the girls' eyes. Look at my eyes, like all the things he used to flirt with all the women. That was just good.
I like how he had the little robot guy as his sidekick. That was always fun.
Oh my!
Anybody's better than Craig Kilborn.
Oh, Kilby. But yeah, Chucky season 3 is dropped, and if you're a Sonic fan, April 26th on Paramount Plus, Knuckles season 1 drops. So,
they got regular series of Knuckles.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So if you're a Knuckles fan, you'll get the premiere on April 26th. Chucky is crazy. That show got so weird and fun. And like I said, I started watching it. I was like, why am I watching this stupid shit? My wife looked at me and was like, why are you watching this stupid shit? And I kept watching it, and then I just ended up getting hooked, and I couldn't stop watching it.
And who does the voice?
Maybe I should check it out.
The same guy.
Yeah, same guy. No, guy. No, in one of the movies, Mark Hamill did the voice of Chucky.
No, Mark Hamill didn't do the voice. It was the what's his face? You're a beautiful butterfly from Alien Resurrection. I always forget the guy's name, but he's if you saw him as an actor, you know exactly who he is.
I know who you're talking about, and this week he came out, and I don't remember the guy's name either.
He
came out.
Brad Dorff,
or something like that. Yeah. He said he wasn't going to do acting anymore, but he will be doing the Chucky voice still.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Tilly is she is fantastic.
She's like 65.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's fantastic in the series. It's worth it just for her in the series.
Well, she just voices the female Chucky doll, right?
She's in it as herself.
Oh, she's in it? Okay.
In the series as well, which is fantastic. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, some weird news. New footage emerged of this Brazilian woman who literally brought her dead uncle to sign a bank loan. They have the footage from getting him out of the taxi, wheeling him in, and there's a lot of pictures of her moving his dead corpse around to sign a loan for her.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I don't know how to feel about this, to be honest with you, because I mean, it's funny, because obviously the Weekend of Bernie's, parallels and all that kind of stuff. But
I only pick news stories that I can make a funny headline for.
Yeah, I mean, but the situation or the perils that this lady must be in to go through this to try and get a loan. I mean, I just kind of wonder what's the backstory there. How desperate is she, and why is she so desperate? I don't know. It's funny on the surface, but I think it's sad in a way, purely.
Yeah, it's very sad. She wheeled in a dead body to get a loan.
I guess my question is, why is there an audience in the background?
Probably because everybody's sitting there. Well, it looks like it's a waiting area. for the bank, and then everyone's like, "Why is there a dead body in here?"
Yeah, Styx. That's the society we live in now. Nobody does anything other than pull out their camera and video.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to a bank in Brazil, so I'm not sure how they're laid out there. But apparently, they'll let a dead person sign alone. So
I just can't. I mean, I know you or somebody has blurred out the face there on the picture, but I mean, this person looks bald. They don't look that old. Just
no,
look that. It looks like I mean, my mind is. I mean, are they a cancer victim?
It looks like he's pretty skinny. He looks quite emaciated there. But yeah, there's literally video footage of him getting out of the taxi driver helping her get his corpse into the wheelchair, wheeling him in, and there's multiple images of her holding his hand and signing, and it was crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was all in it for the nookie. So yeah, that one was a weird one. So you don't see that every day.
No, thank God.
And last but not least, it's always be careful if you're getting married. Who you're choosing is your groomsmen or your bridesmaids. This wedding couple, the groomsmen gifted them a beautiful paperweight that was made of glued toenails. So that was so. Something.
When Joe shared this with us about an hour or two before the show, Joe will share the news things with us. And so I'm reading this and I'm like, damn it, Joe, you're making me read way too much in this thing. So I'm like reading, and then I get down to the glued paperweight made of glued toenails, and I'm like, there it is. There it is.
There was a payoff there. There was a payoff. Yeah. So
you remember the movie? I mean, I know you remember it, but the Tom Cruise movie Minority Report. Everybody remembers that movie, right?
Yeah.
Where there's some like algorithm. And of course, you had the what do you call them, the empaths or whatever the
great Philip K. Dick novel.
Yeah.
And that they would. I don't know. I just kind of think that. And when I initially read this, I'm like, okay, this person that did this is a psychopath. Whoever made a paperweight out of toenails, there is something wrong with this person. Maybe they need to be evaluated, possibly locked up. I don't know, to prevent them from actually killing somebody someday. I don't know. Yeah, but then the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, okay, we're getting the bride's point of view, which from a woman's point of view, especially a bride on her wedding day, this is probably awful. But from a guy's perspective,
I'm laughing my ass off.
Yeah, a guy's perspective, this is probably 100% just a prank. It's just a prank, right? It's just very funny. Probably laughing their ass off. The groom is probably laughing under his breath because he can't let the bride see him laughing, or else he'd be in trouble. But
they didn't have a picture of it, which made me angry. I wanted a picture of the paper.
Really? You wanted a picture? Really?
I did, and I will tell you.
I kind of do, but I really don't.
I will tell you exactly why.
I'm good.
If the guy just kind of like glued some toenails onto a rock or something like that, you're like, oh, okay, whatever. It's funny and gross, whatever. But if he literally had like tons of toenail clippings that he kept for a long period of time and made some huge thing out of tons of toenail clippings, you have to appreciate that dedication. If you find out you're going to be a groomsman and be like, I have a wedding in 8 months, I have to start saving my toenail clippings because I'm going to make a paperweight.
I made it myself.
Just go buy a flask.
I love
a bottle of
dedication.
Liquor or something. Jeez.
I appreciate good dedication to a prank. If you're willing to put in that much time and effort,
this just ties into Joe's foot fetish.
Nailed it.
There we go.
Nailed it.
Yeah. If the guy was smart who did this, he probably went to work and put like a couple flyers up and said, "Hey, I need all your toenails."
Ew, that's even worse.
Like I said, I want more information on the lengths this man went to, because this whole story came basically from the bride and groom's perspective, not from the gift giver's perspective. So yeah, I would love to get the backstory.
we don't do this very often anymore, but this one just kind of
skadoosh.
There you go.
That was good.
Skadoosh.
That's how we close out the news this week. Jedi, what we got this week?
From toenails to bottle caps. That's not a comic sale of the week. Yeah, the pickings are getting slim out there, folks. So
this segment will be gone soon.
I liked it. When I saw these, I was like, that's
they are cool. It's just getting once I find something and latch on, it's actually kind of fun to look up stuff. But boy, just trying to come up with ideas each and every week. So yeah, bottle caps. We talked about maybe doing bottle caps last week because as you know, as we talked about Fallout, that is the currency in Fallout is bottle caps. So we're like, hey, maybe we'll talk about bottle caps a little bit. 1978 Star Wars Coca-Cola bottle cap collection. Looks like it even came with the collecting stand here. So I don't know if somebody built this themselves or they just bought it. It's you know from Coca-Cola or whatever.
I've never seen that.
Nice.
$453 on 11 bids back in early April. Got all kind of scenes from Star Wars, including Leia right there and C-3PO. My guy.
Is there a Boba cap?
Boba cap. So pretty cool. Dom, would you pay $400 for this?
I think I had some of these when I was growing up. I think I had $400 now. You know what?
Yeah,
it's actually pretty.
We probably did. You know, you're probably right.
You know, okay. Aside, back in the day, actually in the late 70s, they had different types of bottle caps. They had a beer cap that used to have like a puzzle inside, like they used to like say like an eye, a hand, and you have to try to like connect it.
Remember Red Dog beer used to always put crap inside their caps.
Yeah, so I remember those a long time ago. So bottle cap collector, they also had like Yankee bottle caps. They used to have a whole bunch of different things back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I would pay for the collection or if it should. That's the whole set.
I don't know. It depends on what else I wanted to spend my money on that month or whatever. But yeah, this is pretty cool. You don't see this every day. And I don't know if I'd be apt to try and build this myself. That would be probably a little bit of a chore.
I actually think they had to
do the work for.
They had to stand. I think they did. So I think it would have been they did the work for you. So you get it. You put the bottle caps because they had it with the coins.
Yeah. I'm thinking, I can't remember from the ad or from the description of the auction, but these may be unused bottle caps. So this may have been some sort of promotional display or something instead of someone actually building this themselves. So we have a Big Bill Pepsi Cola bottle cap from the 1920s. This does say it is unused, so maybe it came from the bottling factory or wherever. I don't know how that works, but it sold $150 on a best offer back in mid-February.
That's pretty cool.
That's not bad.
My luck, I would lose this. I would pay this. I'd be so proud of it, and then I'd sit it somewhere and forget where I put it, and it would be lost.
Well, it's cool to think about because people forget that bottling is regional.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, you would actually have where it was bottled, on the cap like that, which is just a nice piece. Now you just have it just on the label somewhere small. So
bottle cap contest almost destroyed a country. I don't know. I need the story on that. I don't know.
It's a good collection.
And then, so yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. $150 from something unused from back in the 20s too. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm just afraid I'd lose it. And then lastly, DC Pepsi bottle cap collection. This is from Argentina. So foreign bottles. It's only listed as vintage, so I couldn't. I even did a little bit of Googling. I couldn't figure out the year when this was. $324. Say again.
1978.
78.
Yep.
So yeah, $324 on a best offer in the end of March. There was also I don't know if this was 78, but there was also, I just didn't have room on the slide. There was also a Disney DC bottle cap collection from Argentina. Coincidentally enough, also sold for $324. Probably to the same. I mean, I'm sure same seller, probably same buyer.
Yeah, it looks like these were from 78 to 80.
They look like in good shape. I mean,
yeah.
Normally the inside of bottle caps look like shit in most cases.
Yeah.
Because there's always like a kind of that thick plasticky kind of coating on them. Those look pretty bright and and vivid. And I'd probably buy a few of those if I saw them.
Yeah, looking at one on
the Batman.
eBay, right? Yeah, little Batman.
Nice.
Batman. Pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
$100 for Batman. Jeez.
How much?
$100 for this Batman one.
I mean, I got the whole set.
It must be in great shape. Yeah, you just paid $324 for the set. You get all of them.
Yeah, just a reminder. Sometimes it's easier to buy something in a lot if there's one or two things in there that are pricey.
Oh, the date is actually printed on the bottle tops, the bottle caps.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice actually. And then numbered 8, 25, 40. Oh, I like numbering.
Yeah, because you got to collect them all.
Like
Bruce for his new passion, bottle cap collecting.
Bottle caps.
Bottle cap numbering.
I can hear the raffle news now.
Can I press these bottle caps?
You see what the Star Wars, like the bottle caps, other countries had Star Wars stuff that wasn't here in the States. So there's a lot of collectibles for Star Wars in other countries, which is really cool too.
Nice. I like it.
So that's it for this week. No idea what we'll do next week, but we'll figure something out.
We'll find something.
About Pez dispensers.
We did Pez. Well, actually, we haven't done Pez for this. Did we do Pez?
Not for this, but
Pez guns.
We did Pez a long time ago on one of the other shows that predated.
Yeah, and we did the Pez. You did the Pez guns as one of the first ones.
Yep. Yeah. That's right. Yep.
Which were cool.
So many.
I'd never seen those.
I'd never seen those. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. I like it. Always something.
Good job, Jedi.
Always fun.
Listen, next week we're gonna do toys again because we're getting people want to see the toys. So next week,
dominant slides.
I'm gonna have to Google this because AOA says, "Damn, you weren't lying." LOL. Pepsi caps almost destroyed the Philippines. I got to look into that because I'm kind of curious now what that's all about.
Dom, you gonna do slides next week? For toys?
I'll do slides next week for toys. Yeah.
Yep.
With a caveat.
Okay, I will. I'll take control of the slides for this one. So, first impressions this week. A little bit of I don't know, not a whole lot out there, but Joe recommended Red Sonja, and I can't.
I wonder why.
Joe can't say no to Joe and Red Sonja. So here we go.
Yeah,
Red Sonja has a new arc or a new comic series called Empire of the Damned. Lots of covers because this is Dynamite, so stand by. These aren't even all the covers; these are just the ones that
it's like 52 covers.
It's like so. We have the A cover with Josh Middleton A cover, which also comes foil trade, and a foil version, a limited, which I assume is regular version. A premium trade variant, which is where they kind of play with the shading of the background there, and a premium virgin variant, same. They just kind of play with play with the background a little bit. We have the B cover by Joseph Michael Linsner. It is we have a 1 in 10 foil trade, a 1 in 20 sketch trade, a 1 in 25 sketch virgin, and a 1 in 30 non-foil virgin.
Welcome to Dynamite.
Yeah, and then we have CTC or John Tyler Christopher, and what does he do, folks? He does
negative space.
If it ain't an action figure, it's a negative space.
Whoa.
So we have the 1 in 5 foil trade, a 1 in 10 foil virgin, and a 1 in 20 non-foil virgin for the negative space. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about, not the last of them, because like Bruce said, there's a lot of these. Philip Tan variant cover, 1 in 7 foil trade. I actually like this is probably my favorite one, actually. The 1 in 7 non-foil trade, 1 in 15 foil trade, and the 1 in 25 non-foil virgin, which, like I said, I think that's probably my favorite one. All right.
These artists must make good money from Dynamite because they're getting so many different variants of their one book.
They get the bang for their buck, that's for sure. Out of these,
some of these guys are getting 3 to 4 variants.
Oh,
yeah, it's not a very kind looking negative space.
No, it's not. It's not one of
What's wrong with Poopy
JTC's
Brown?
best work.
Everybody likes Poopy Brown.
Oh, we got news on the Pepsi Philippines.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
So Pepsi, thank you, Terry. Pepsi ran a numbers fever contest in the Philippines. They made a mistake though and made 800,000, I think, or 80,000 of the winning number. Chaos everywhere. Pepsi didn't pay up. And the Philippines don't like Pepsi. No wonder my wife won't drink Pepsi. No wonder she won't let me drink soft drinks.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I do vaguely remember that. Yeah, they had that contest and they misprinted way too many winners and then decided they were.
My wife gets so mad at me when I drink and Diet Pepsi is my go-to. I love Diet Pepsi. My wife gets so mad at me when I drink that. Now I know why.
I don't drink soda. Diet Coke used to be my go-to a long time ago.
Remember when Pepsi tried to
Jolt all the way?
Remember when Pepsi?
This is my Pepsi from Subway when I ate lunch today.
Oh my god!
You have to put it in a nondescript container so she doesn't know it's Pepsi.
Yeah, she knows.
I don't miss soda though at all.
They barely sell. I mean, if you go to like a 7-Eleven, there's coolers in the back. There's a small little section of soda now.
I don't drink sodas every day, but if I go like 2 or 3 days without drinking a soda and then I have one, it's like somebody's like shooting heroin in my veins. I'm like, I just like,
nice. It's good, especially good fountain soda.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Terry, for that information. I did not know that. All right. So the writing. Not a lot of writing in this comic. In fact, Bruce, we were about 5 minutes to the start of the show, and Bruce hadn't read it. And he said, "Give me a minute," and he knocked it out pretty quickly. I was a little worried. Everybody, those that were here last week when we talked about when they put that tiny ass writing at the beginning, I was like, "What the hell? Here we go again." So I had to magnify this page to see what was going on. But Joe and I were talking before the show. This is kind of what they do to set up the landscape of the adventure, right? You're saying?
Yeah. So you kind of have a good idea where the starting point is with what's going on.
But other than that, we're not going to really talk a whole lot about the story because go out and read it. There's not a whole lot of reading and other than that and the jail scene, there wasn't a lot of dialogue. I put the jail scene in here because that's where the majority of the dialogue was in that little, like 2 pages of the jail scene.
Go figure.
When Red Sonja and the guy here were plotting their escape, and he was saying, "I know where the treasure is," or something to that.
Did we even learn his name? I don't even know if we learned his name.
No, there's really no need to.
Yeah, there's no need to. It doesn't make it past the first issue.
He'll be dead next week.
Yeah, he doesn't make it past
the first issue.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, that's true.
His arm does, I guess, apparently. So we'll see his arm again. So the writing, not a lot of it is easy to digest. So yeah, I got no. As someone that doesn't like to read a lot in comics, this was right up my alley. I'm like, cool. Yeah. The art, well, guess what? We get a lot of gratuitous bikini Red Sonja art in here. So surprise, if you weren't expecting that, that's what you're going to get.
Yep.
Which is fine. I also had to throw in the pub sex scene. I had to throw that in there. Other than that, it's just a lot of fighting, which I thought they did a pretty good job of depicting the fighting. It wasn't too messy. There were some confusion. There's a little bit of confusing art in there when it came to some of the action scenes, but for the most part, it was pretty easy to figure out what's going on. Any comments on the art, guys?
I didn't like the art personally.
Snapping necks and cashing checks. I don't mind. I don't mind the art for what these books normally are for most people, which are just cover buys. I appreciate that there is some time taken with the interior art. It's not garbage.
This was
art.
the first time I can honestly say this without too much hesitation that I'm wrong. First time I've ever read a Red Sonja book.
And that's why I chose it. That's why I chose it. I thought it would be fun to have a book that's like I know I buy a lot of Vampirella, Red Sonja, and stuff like that. And very rarely do a lot of people that buy it ever crack the book open to see what's inside. So that's what I thought.
She might have. Jerome, I don't know. There's a lot of killing going on in this scene.
Oh yeah.
You never knew what hit him. All right. So yeah, I didn't have a problem with the art. It's the interesting story. Yeah, I mean it's what do you
starting
think,
off? I mean you're given the basic of most of these things end up being, oh, there's some type of something going on somewheres, and then two people are brought together or a group of people are brought together in some circumstance, and then that leads up to something as to them going on some type of quest to do something. So this set those pieces up well enough for me.
Yeah, so it kind of leads into this, other than me having to get the shot of Rachie, which this is another cover, by the way, of the cosplay cover.
Cosplay covers.
Rachie, I think she's a fairly famous cosplayer. Yeah, original or a bit familiar, like Joe was just saying. It's a little bit, that's just how these adventure things go. They're not too different from each other.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, like Conan digs a little deeper, when you read a Conan book, I think. Sonja is it relies on a lot of common tropes and stuff like that for this genre of writing and stories. But it's still well enough done that it's actually not a bad read, because it's, again, there's not a lot of words in there. They're easy books to get through. So if you're actually just buying a lot of them for the covers, it's not bad to skim through them and read the story as well, because it doesn't take much time to get through them.
Now this isn't easy. Like, we're talking about this. The story is what it is. It's nothing, too original, not too creative. It's kind of, I don't know, cookie cutter, but it is kind of the same trope or whatever. But I've lost my train of thought, so let me just move to the next slide. Keep on reading it, probably not, but I wouldn't mind, because it is kind of my. There's not a lot of reading. It's
I'm buying them anyway, so
yeah, we know.
I'll probably there's another Middleton cover coming, so I will buy Middleton covers of Red Sonja.
Yeah, I read this right after. Just before the beginning of the show, just like Bruce. I thought it was a good book up until the end, and I didn't like the end kind of came from nowhere. Like all of a sudden he's talking about this MacGuffin that he's got, and then I'm like, well, where'd that come from? That isn't even spoken about in the beginning.
Yeah.
Of the book.
Oh, when they're in the jail, he's talking to her about riches beyond her wildest dreams and stuff like that. Yeah. So they kind of set it up a little bit, and then basically at the end she's like,
and then he's got the I didn't expect him to die. I knew he got injured during the jailbreak or in their escape. I didn't expect him to die. That was a little bit of a what? He's dead already. But then I guess that kind of sets up a little original that, hey, how's she going to get there? Well, his last words were basically, I got a map tattooed on my arm. So she cuts his arm off and rides away with it. So,
100% Terry Floyd, 100%.
I think she cuts his skin off. I don't think he takes the whole arm. But...
Oh, the whole arm was on the horse when she was riding away.
Oh, was it? I thought
on the back, sitting behind her on the horse, the back of the arm was his arm.
It was just like his arm was still there, but it was just bloodied. I thought she just took the skin graft.
Yeah. Oh, it looked like an arm to me, but. All right. Option meter. For this story aside, why haven't they done a Red Sonja? When's the last time they did a Red Sonja?
I think there's one in development.
Well, yeah, okay. They've kept saying that over and over, that there's one in development.
Development, heck.
I would like to see it done. I mean, outside of Brigitte Nielsen as Red Sonja. And
yeah, Brigitte Nielsen's the last one I remember. I don't know if there's been any since then or not.
But yeah, there haven't been, which I don't get. It's I think the genre needs to pick back up. the last Conan movie was not good with Bruce's boyfriend Jason Momoa. That Conan was not a great.
Not hairy enough.
That's Conan. His shirt's off most of the
movie. The story was just boring for me.
He's not the Beastmaster.
The story, the Momoa, the story wasn't great. The lighting was very dark, if I remember right. Everything was very dark, and
it looks like MJ Bassett is directing.
Perfect.
And Matilda Lutz is the star. Lutz. Matilda Lutz.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to see that they're actually, because one of the things I was thinking is, instead of doing Red Sonja, which obviously has the name appeal, right? It's got the Red Sonja.
Got the name knowledge, yeah.
But you could also just do a female barbarian story and not have to worry about any of the baggage or whatever that Red Sonja might bring, as far as disappointing the fans, rights, etc., etc. Just write your own female barbarian story.
There's so many good characters within the Conan, Red Sonja type universe. I would like to see somebody build out that universe movie wise. I think if it was done well, they'd be able to spawn a few movies off of that and get some of those characters in there. So Valaria is a great character. Belise is a great character. There's a bunch of really cool female characters, which we know the studios love. So I don't know why they don't lean into it and do it. Because I will go see a Red Sonja movie. I don't care that it's a female driven kind of hero story. Yeah, and I think a lot of other men would as well. Yeah.
It's not like you're changing a character. She's a female character from origin, so
doesn't matter. It's a female-led movie.
I agree with Brian about Karen Gillan.
Yeah, Karen Gillan, fantastic.
Can read the Applebee's menu. I'd be happy.
Yeah. They're gonna change the gender. It's not gonna be a female movie anymore. It's gonna be
well, we already have Conan.
I don't know what that is.
It's gonna be something else.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Anybody have any idea what I'm talking about?
Well, she was Red Sonja was retconned by Gail Simone many moons ago. So Red Sonja's origin story was already retconned in that direction. So
can I bring this up?
No need.
Right quick.
Yeah, sure.
That it's Matilda Lutz. She's done a few Netflix movies, and she was in Rings, 2017's Rings.
Okay. No, I'm
put her in a skimpy outfit, be perfect.
I guess.
Well, she's gonna wear the chainmail bikini, Dom. You can't just put her in any skimpy outfit.
She's gonna wear the slave leader gear. That'd be great.
I told you. Well, not the same segment, but we made it.
As long as they fit in the fact that Red Sonja won't sleep with anybody unless they best her in battle, then I'll be happy.
See, there you go.
So yeah,
I can't wait for the hot female to best her in battle, so she has to sleep with the female.
Yeah. So while this story I don't feel is optionable, the character is.
I know it's in your search area history.
Yeah.
So I don't want Lizzo as Red Sonja. I can tell you that. BK, help fucking no. I'm sorry.
Tom's head would explode.
No, that shit's a fucking embarrassment.
With
all right, let's move on.
Moving on.
Before Dom says something that makes Giggles yell at him.
Okay. We got a new game tonight with Styx.
Oh, how'd you do that to him? Really? Come on.
That's horrible. I agree.
That's bad.
Yo, look me in the eye and tell me what you see.
I disavow.
I already don't like where this game is heading.
It looks like they crossed poor Mark.
Really, Styx? You have to do that? Really?
No, I think this is Joe. I don't think this is Styx.
No, this is all me.
Don't bring me into
this is all me.
Don't bring me into it.
I'm submitting my resignation at the end of the show.
It's not like they actually cut his real head off. It's just
hopefully I will be utilized next week.
I thought the name of the game was going to be Name These Eyeballs.
All right. So this week we got a free comic book day. Which is more expensive, raw game?
Ooh.
Let's see how I do. Let's see how you guys do.
Short boxes of free comic book stuff.
Joe, go ahead and press the start button for us. All right. Oh, hold on a second. Let me switch over my AirPods.
Why did it require you switching over to anything?
My AirPods always die on my segment. All right.
All answers are delivered by passenger pigeon to Styx.
How about charge your AirPods?
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh,
yes, Three Rivers. Dylan Mulvaney as Red Sonja. There you go.
Oh my
God. First up, we have the Free Comic Book Day Red Sonja from 2023. This was a reprint from the. I believe that was a reprint from Marvel, correct, Joe? That was a Marvel reprint, or was it the year before there was a Marvel reprint?
It says Dynamite at the bottom.
Well, Dynamite had the
right
license at that time.
Yeah. Next, we have Bongo's Free for All from 2010. Book 3 there is Umbrella Academy from 2007. And then we got Street Fighter. I'm not sure of the image from 2023.
Yep.
Which book is the more expensive book?
Umbrella Academy.
I think the Umbrella Academy.
Once upon a time, I would have said Umbrella Academy, but it had a quick spike. Yeah, it had a quick spike during season 1, and it really has not done well since, and which irritates me because I bought one and had it graded. And if I ever sell it, I still have it. If I ever sell it, I know damn well I'm going to lose money on it. But
they have one more. They have one more season coming. So, and they just finished.
Yeah.
They wrapped filming.
Hold on, let me Google it. Like BK.
No, don't be.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm
gonna. Well, the 2023 is too. I feel like as much as foot lovers would love to own this, I don't feel like, and there are some Street Fighter enthusiasts. You know, people love Street Fighter.
This guy,
Mama Bear, of course you do.
Yeah.
Shit.
I kind of want to say Bongo, but it's because it's an older book. Probably back before people just grab stuff and immediately put it into bags and boards. So maybe it's a little more condition sensitive. I don't know. I'll say Bongo. Not because I know anything, though.
Right.
All right.
Book 3.
And
your
the values are.
Oh,
damn. Holy, what fetish comes through? Holy mother of pearl.
Stick with feet. Stick with feet. Stick with feet.
You lost. There you go.
What is that?
So,
why?
At one point, that Umbrella Academy was like $90 or more. And then I'd never seen the Street Fighter one before, and I saw it on there. I'm like, that's a lot for a Street Fighter book.
Good gravy, yeah, that's surprising.
I'm
not sure who I didn't really look up into like who the artist was. It looks like it could be Rose Bash.
It's Rico.
Oh, it's Rico.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I believe.
Do people just not buy that?
No, it's Rico. REIQ.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, this is not the free
mm-hmm.
version. This is the Udon exclusive, but
right.
Well, don't count, Joe.
Is it a foil? No.
It don't count.
Damn it! Now I got to go through my free comic book box.
Oh, her toes are holding a lollipop. Oh boy.
Yes, they are. So you know that's in my personal collection.
She's multitasking. Multitasking.
He's at the creepy old man.
I am so confused right now. I disavow this whole segment. Don't make that.
Take it all back.
Please.
142 is not enough.
Your Nightwing books.
Round 2. Up first there, we've got
Book 3.
Dawn of DC #1 foil.
I have that.
Spider-Man 2 Gamerverse.
I have that.
Wait, no, hold on. Did I put the wrong one? Oh, my sorry. I put them in the wrong order here. Dawn of DC #1 foil, Blackest Night, free comic book day. One Punch Man.
One Punch Man. That's the one that's worth money.
My Hero Academia, and then the Spider-Man 2 Gamerverse.
Yeah, book 3.
Yeah, I think I agree with Dom. I think it's book 3. I think there was probably something with that Spider-Man 2. Wasn't there like a?
It was a tiny
last year.
It was a little hot
First
last year.
appearance. Yeah, it's a little hot. First appearance or something. I can't remember what it was. But I know people love One Punch Man, so I agree with Dom. Even though I like that Justice League one or whatever that was, the first one. That's pretty cool. But I think it's One Punch Man.
It's Dawn of DC #1.
Okay. No, it's a cool cover, but I think it's One Punch Man. Also a cool cover.
Yes.
Yes, definitely One Punch Man.
So what do we got there? Bryce said 3, 3, 3. One Punch Man.
3 seems to be the resounding choice here.
This one is too easy. You think so, Brian? Well, let's see what the answer is here. Let's go to the answer.
Whoa.
Really?
Wow.
The Black Knight? Why?
You sure?
Where are you getting
I
your
don't
You've
trust
been
that.
played.
I don't trust that.
According to my source, the last
Your source.
Your source?
The passenger pigeon that came and delivered the.
Oh, who's
That's-
the Black Knight book
That
that made
is
it look
so
that much?
wrong.
I cannot
According
divulge
to-
my sources. Lives are at stake.
According to Zoltar, when I put in the quarter,
Yeah.
This
the
game
last,
is this is
the last
fixed.
time that book sold raw, it was for $107.42.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm aware knew it.
I think I know it has quite a few first appearances of those new lanterns.
Right, we were way off.
Yeah, you
I
did
don't
get a
know.
lot of lanterns there.
We have to talk after the show about this one.
All right.
Bryce saying, Styx, what are you smoking, dude?
Yeah, you're
All
smoking.
right.
Hey,
Coming
I can
up
only
next.
go by what I'm shown. All right, round number 3.
You sure you looked up the right book?
I looked up the right book. Don't worry, Bruce. I know what a DC book
Oh,
looks like.
God.
All right, round number 3. First book, Star Wars Invasion,
Nah.
Bunny Mask, free comic book day reprint of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1,
Maybe.
or the Spider-Man Venom Mayer's Virgin variant.
I'm going with the book 1. I don't care. I'm taking the Star Wars book just in case.
I'm going with Venom.
Well, with the Star Wars ones, you got to be. I assume Styx is not trying to trick us here, but the Star Wars books used to have a front and back. There used to be a two comic.
Yeah,
There
two
was
covers,
covers, right, front and back. So I don't recognize this cover, so I don't think it's.
the book.
I've never seen that cover before.
I haven't either.
Yeah, and that's a Dark Horse
I'm
one
not-
too, so it's before Marvel.
I did the Star Wars. I did the Star Wars.
I want to say Ninja Turtles, but I'm going to say Bunny Mask just because
You like
I
bondage?
think it's
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
kind of like Spice, kind of the Spice
You read
stick,
that
but also because it's kind of the one you would least
I
expect.
actually read that book. It was pretty good. Bunny Mask.
Of course you think it was good.
Was it?
Whatever.
I got a
Dom.
couple of
Yeah,
Whatever, Dom.
I got a
Hey,
little
it
bit
was
of
What was
the
it
years
about?
ago. I was reading books heavily. I think book 1.
You say book 1?
All right. Dom says 1. I say 2.
We got a couple 2s. We got a 1 in this chat.
Bryce says 2. Ratrell says 1. BK
I'm sticking
says
to book
2.
4 because that looks like an
Mama Bear
incentive
says
for
3.
free comic book day.
All right. Go ahead to the answers, and the answer is
Yep, I was right.
Damn.
Barely.
the Star Wars one was close. It was,
So it's close.
Incentive.
it's a sexy Star Wars cover. You don't get too many sexy Star Wars covers.
That Star Wars isn't
Looks like a
Right.
Harlequin romance.
Yes, it is.
Never
cover.
was.
Not anymore. Only with
All
Dark
right.
Talon was on the cover. They should have put Dark Talon in. She's too sexy to be on screen. That's why they don't want to put her there.
What are you talking about?
Dark Talon.
I blame
She's
you
also
guys.
red. They don't like red people. All right.
They don't like sexy stuff anymore.
It was never
All
a
right.
sexist Star Wars.
Round 4. All right.
Oh,
It's gonna be the Battle of the Momokos. All right. First one is Marvel Voices #1, The Trade. Book 2 is Marvel Voices, The Virgin. And then number 3 is X-Men Avengers #1, The Trade.
Wait, were all of these free comic books or only the first one?
These were all part of Free. They were all in.
I'm going with book 3 because I have this.
I remember. I
Would
remember
you
that
say
third book was
Styx?
hot.
These were all incentives for Free Comic Book Day.
I think book 2.
I'm gonna say book
is,
3 because of how Brucefer got excited. Plus, I just think I like it better. So
I think you got the year wrong for that. For the Avengers X-Men book, that's not 2009.
No,
that came out.
I
2020.
Okay, yeah, 20. There you go.
Null and void.
Book
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. I'll
Nick.
take my pink slip at the end. Thanks. What do we got? Everyone's taking book 3 because of Bruce. Thanks a lot, Bruce.
I think book 2.
It's not.
I like it. It's just better art.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, you could be wrong.
Could be book 2.
You could be swaying our voters
wrong.
there, Bruce. That's what I mean. You're probably swaying the voters.
All right.
All right, go to the
Terry Floyd. I choose death.
Wow, book 3. Wow. Okay.
Yes,
what's book 3? All right.
But to be fair, that was a 1 in 1,000 ratio.
Yeah, right. It was.
But that's So
go figure. Free Comic Book Day, 1 in 1,000. Give me a break.
I mean, if you're a shop like
there's a lot of those
books Cracker, you're buying 1,000 copies for.
Yeah, but the question, I mean, that brings up a good question, at least for me. Like, so if you're a large store, you're buying 1,000, especially as hot as Momoko was in 2022.
Copies of anything.
But are you giving it away for free? That's the question.
You're not giving away the 1 in 1,000 for free.
No, you're paying.
No, not that.
You're not giving that thing away.
No. But it was part of the Free Comic Day promotion.
Yay.
And go to the next. Did you do the next slide? Thank you for playing.
I want my money back.
You didn't pay anything, so I.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still surprising.
Then why did Dom charge me entry fee? Jeez, scammer.
I still find it weird.
That
free comic book day books are worth money. That still dumbfounds me. But
it doesn't surprise me. What surprises me is when shops try to sell their Free Comic Book Day at a premium price even before Free Comic Book Days happen.
Like they're doing now online.
Well, they've had these in stock for quite a while.
I'm talking about in shops.
No, I'm talking about there's a retailer, I'm not gonna say who name, that's selling Free Comic Book Days before Free Comic Book Days for $40 a pop.
Sell comics?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that's getting graded? Is that the one that's getting them graded?
Yes.
Yeah. He sent, what did he say? He sent 40 or 50 to be graded. Yeah. 40 or 50 and to keep
first appearance.
Because they get them so early.
Free comic book day. They get them 3 weeks beforehand.
Yeah, so they have time.
I almost
fast track them.
I almost don't have a problem with that as long as he has enough that he can give some of them away for free if he wants to grade some. And
according to his post,
I think I'm okay with that.
According to his post, if you wanted a copy of this certain book for Free Comic Book Day, it was going to be $40 a piece.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a dick move.
So he's not giving any away for free. He's not giving any raw ones away. It's either graded or nothing.
He's spec greedy.
Yeah, this is what
I hope you can see this because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So
I hope you like the game. Thanks for playing.
Yay.
I liked it a lot, Styx.
It was fun.
Thank you, Jay.
It was fun.
Even though you were smoking something with that damn friggin' Blackest Night book.
He was wrong. He's wrong on that Blackest Night book. I guarantee it.
How crazy that book?
All right, let's take a look at what's coming out on May 1st here that you might be able to get your hands on.
Oh, Free Comic Book. Oh, favorite part.
So,
Bruce had no idea what the featured segment was tonight.
No, not really. I just show up. I roll out of bed and come over here.
Marvel Flip, you'll be able to get a Blood Hunt 1 and an X-Men from the Ashes, which is probably one of the better covers on Free Comic Book Day. You also have the Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Universe. This was the one that they were, I believe, trying to screw people on.
Yeah, this book is actually supposed to be the Ultimate Spider-Man. It's supposed to be coming into the regular universe, right? The regular Peter Parker. The storyline is building up or Spider-Man's Green Goblin, something like that, right?
What?
No, I don't think so. I think this is
what are you talking about?
I'm saying that this book is supposed to have something to do with the Ultimate Universe crossing over with the regular universe, and Spider-Man is supposed to be dying, and then the Ultimate Universe Spider-Man is supposed to be coming into the regular continuity. Something like that.
Where'd you get that?
I don't think
Marvel likes to slip stuff into their free comic book days. But last year there was the Avengers one with the whole Krakoa storyline and stuff like that, and so there's sometimes they like to slip some story spec into some of these books. So
or it's Green Goblin, Spider-Man becoming Green Goblin, something like that. There's a big story happening. So
I don't know what's happening in this one, but
I do like
know
that
Marvel
Voices
new
cover
character or something. Yeah. That's all I know.
And then there's also a Marvel Voices as well.
I like that Marvel Voices cover a lot.
Marvel Voices covers are, some of them end up popping pretty good, because they tend to frequently be underbought and kind of go under the radar. For some of the kiddos out there, you do have Marvel Spidey and Amazing Friends, so you can get your little Miles and your little Gwen and your little Spidey covers there.
That's a cute series. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cute series if you haven't seen it.
I love that movie.
Yeah, you got a nice Encanto out there. Disney's putting out. Of course,
with Wave Seeker.
Yeah, Wave Seeker will be buying God knows how many of these.
He's going to buy the whole lot.
Whether they're free or not, I'm sure he'll be nubbing it up.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, aside before we all these books, do they have all exclusives? Like if you get 1,000 books, is all like a 1 in 1,000 with all these books?
No.
No,
there's very few. There's very few exclusives this year.
It's hard. There aren't that many ratios. I think only DC has one.
DC doesn't have many books for Free Comic Book Day. They just have 3 variants of the same book. But yeah, you have the Young Jedi Adventures, and then I didn't know Plants and Zombies was still a thing, but you flip it over. A lot of these Free Comic Book Days books do have basically 2 books. So you got 2 covers, one on the front, one on the back. That's just a little reminder to everybody out there when you're looking at your Free Comic Book Day books, flip it over because the one you may be looking for is on the back side, not the front side in terms of the cover. So there's your Absolute Power.
Yay! Oh, sorry.
So you got the regular cover, a blank cover, and then you have the ratio.
Yep.
This is going to be amazing, hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be something. We'll see.
DC's Ultimate Universe answer to Marvel's Ultimate Universe. Hopefully that's what it is.
If Amanda Waller doesn't eat everybody on the cover.
Oh, leave her alone. She's evil.
That's Lizzo.
As Dom gets smacked from the side of the screen.
He's over there.
This is my under the radar pick. Is the Mad Magazine cover. The Mad Magazine cover is great. I love Mad Magazine anyway, so that's kind of my fun under the radar pick for Free Comic Book Day, the Mad Magazine. But you get a Barda and a Barkham Asylum as well.
Can we take that and get a remark of Marco's face on it and have him?
No, stop, please. Do that. Don't ruin Superman, please.
Yeah, so that's nice. DC
Asylum. I kind of like that actually.
Yeah, DC kicking out, a couple for the younger one, for the younger kids, Barda and Arkham Asylum.
Not the nipples showing up.
No, not that.
Now that's what I want, the Transformers.
Yep, you get your Energon Universe little taste there, your first taste of the actual Energon Universe series.
And the Turtles is going to be hot. Who is Night Watcher?
Yep. You got definitely a good book there for Turtle fans. And then you got the Worlds of James Tynion. So you get kind of a crossover bunch of a bunch of the Tinian characters.
Are they going to be crossovers or just short stories?
I don't know whether they're short stories or crossovers, but I'm hoping it's a little bit of a crossover or something interesting there.
I think they're going to have an anthology book.
I think there's going to be an Energon Universe book. Say an Energon Universe.
Yeah, I believe there is a series.
The Energon Universe shows in the cover, so I think it's going to start. They're going to have the crossovers and stuff like that.
It's a great Megatron cover.
That's a nice Megatron cover.
For me, this is my favorite page of everything. You get a good Conan story, always fun. Great art, great stories. Hellboy always has good stuff on Free Comic Book Day.
Hellboy has the worst shoulders of any comic book.
Yeah, he does. When Mignola, that's the way Mike Mignola draws him. With those big arms and those shoulders. But the Hellboy books on Local Comic Book Day and Free Comic Book Day are always.
Raise your hand if every time you see anything that says Flash Gordon, you sing the song in your head.
Flash! Every time.
Yeah, I want that Flash Gordon looks pretty cool.
It looks fantastic.
I prefer Flash Gordon myself, but that's just.
I know you do.
Yeah, you got Mad Cave doing Flash Gordon. You got Mad Cave doing Dick Tracy.
Marvel still has plans, has Transformers plans.
Please tell me the Gatchamon's cover out here.
Oh, I slipped it in there. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're getting back the license to Marvel. Transformers and G.I. Joe.
How? They went to
that wasn't a long-term deal, just saying. Marvel will be doing Transformers and G.I. Joe soon. That's what I heard on the streets.
They just got the license. Come on. I don't know if they're going to happen.
If you heard anything on the streets where you live, Bruce, I wouldn't believe it.
What?
Whatever. Don't make me get you alone again, all right?
If you think Skybound had multiple covers, wait till Marvel gets a hold of that damn thing. How many freaking covers?
To the moon.
Had to throw in the old Doctor Who there for Styx.
And Bruce. Hey.
And Bruce.
Excited for that.
And somewhere Peter's playing with his sonic screwdriver.
And they're going to be starting up a Johnny Quest series.
Haji, yes. New Haji stuff.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I enjoy Johnny Quest. I always loved the cartoon.
Who's this with?
And they don't have the cover yet for it, but there's a Boombox 10th anniversary extravaganza. So, Boom does that younger series. So, yeah, something there as well.
Oh, Brian.
Hey, the Grassy. So, when did you hear that's intriguing me now, because if it's going to happen in the next few years, that's a different story. It's not going to happen right away.
I don't know how long the contract runs for.
Well, they could have
once they got everything.
Competing comic lines.
Where'd you hear this? Bruce? Come on.
Degrassi.
I see Degrassi.
Styx's sources is where he heard it.
Yeah.
Degrassi is my go-to for all news.
For your Archie horror fans out there, there's Cursed Library Prelude. Archie horror books are fun, and it's a Hack cover. If you're a fan of Hack and kind of the distressed book look that Hack does, it's a fun cover. There's always a Street Fighter out there, but Street Fighter versus Final Fight. Street Fighter books always seem to do well.
Mm-hmm.
There is a set of collectors that enjoy getting these Street Fighter books, and you don't get a ton of them.
Final Fight.
And look at that Valiant.
Yes,
bringing it back. Yep. So you got the Valiants there. So
I like that. Exo-Man of War. Yeah. Conan in a Venom suit. Venom Iron Man suit.
As you got you, man. That series is coming. Yes. So this one, this one will be tough to find. My other kind of under the radar one that I think is great is the I Lie Popeye, which is a new series that is coming. It's kind of manga inspired Popeye.
Okay. I like
so
blue. Looks good.
I like that cover.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting series. I think.
Who's doing the Gatchaman? Matt Cave?
Mad Cave.
Yeah,
Just so you know that the Gatchaman and the Flash Gordon, they're a flip book.
They're flip.
Yeah, that's a flip book. So you're gonna get both of them with that book.
What, the Popeye and the Hatchaman?
No, the Gatchaman and the Flash
Gatchaman
Gordon.
and Flash
Oh,
Gordon.
the Flash
Gatchaman
and Flash Gordon. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to get it graded.
All you Charles Schultz fans out there, you got a Snoopy. You got a Snoopy book out there. So always good to see some books out there for the kids. I tried to go a little light on the very, very young kid books out there, but I had to throw a few in there. If you're taking your kids along with you for Free Comic Book Day.
God, I gotta step up a kid just to get that Gatchaman book.
Because that is Free Comic Book Day is for children. It was created.
Get out my way.
He's going to bring all the kids in the neighborhood. Come on, kids, we're going to get me some free comic. I mean, go get you some free comic books.
A lot of places get all the books.
What are
So
comic books?
you got to find the places that get the books.
You know what?
This was meant for kids. Free Comic Book Day.
Well, I could just go. I just take Styx in. He's the size of a child, so.
I'm taller than Pete.
Yeah, you are. That's true.
You do have a Pokemon book out there for Free Comic Book Day for you Pokemon fans. Another one of my favorite ones is the Alice Comic Library Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah,
good old school horror cover, and there's a One Piece as well.
I
think that One Piece
I would highly recommend picking up anything anime Free Comic Book Day and hold on to it because you never know.
Yeah.
Or with feet on the cover.
Initial D.
Definitely with Pete.
I love Initial D.
Yeah, there's Initial D, and then there's Kiana of the Great Snow Sea on the back of it as well.
Ooh.
So if you see the car, remember there's some more on the flip side.
1 month member. Thank you.
There you go, Taladi.
Some Monster High for all you Monster
Taladi.
High fans. Vault is giving us Dying Inside.
Pete Wentz.
Juliet.
Romeo versus Juliet, a Kill Shakespeare adventure.
I like it.
For all you Nexus fans, the Overstreet Guide to Comic Collecting has Santa Claus and Nexus on the cover.
Nexus is such a great series.
Yes, it is. Yes,
it doesn't get any love, and I
love Steve Rude a lot.
I remember my LCS would have those like the whole run in like the 25-cent bin, and I love that series.
Yeah, it's a good one. There's going to be a Far Cry book as well. As well as getting anime stuff, getting video game related things is always good as well.
I know someone who's going to want those.
Yeah.
I enjoy any type of homage to EC. So the Tons of Strange is a winner for me. Yes, there's the Aquabats in the middle. Yes.
Oh, I got to get that then.
Yeah, it's just it looks fun. So yeah, that's what I will be looking for. Cursed Verse, American Mythology has some weird stuff, but it's free and it's out there.
Some is good.
Asterix,
some not so good.
Yeah, Asterix if you like that.
French comics.
Yep.
Or Greek, or whatever it was.
There is a We Don't Kill Spiders Ash Can, the Season of the Witch. This is an Ash Can book. So
what I got. Yep.
Just as a heads up there. Another one that I will be looking to grab is the Clusterfucks Comics tribute to Adult Swim.
Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's
Robot Chicken.
That will be one that I'm guessing will be coveted on Free Comic Book Day. And then you got the Ultra Duck. I know nothing about Ultra Duck, but it's Ultra Duck.
I like his quaff.
Yeah.
And it's free.
You like his quaff?
I like his quaff.
And our last page here, there is a Star Wars Free Comic Book Day book. There's Star Wars on one side, Darth Vader on the other, I believe.
Yeah.
So
They go back to Hoth. And Luke meets up with Sabe. So that's
some of these books do okay. The Free Comic Book Day, the Star Wars ones.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And then there's Gannibal. I don't know anything about Gannibal, but apparently it's streaming on Hulu. So if you see that, maybe that's something you pick up, because we all like movie, game, series type stuff that's tied into comics when you get these Free Comic Book Days. And there is a Maleficent free comic as well.
That's a nice cover. I like that cover.
Yeah, I believe it's Jay Lee. So
all they had to do was gather up all the Maleficent that didn't sell and just mark them Free Comic Book Day.
It's true.
Basically,
so many
yes.
covers.
Yeah, well, it's Dynamite, so that's the way that works. All right, that's the last one I got. Jedi, you got a feud for today? There we go.
We do have a feud. So we are doing the qualified feud again. So today's contestant, we're going to do things a little different this week. I'm still going to need Joe to do the X's, so hopefully he's not gone too long.
No, I'm running on a quick bathroom break.
Okay. So the contestant today is going to be Kingdom of Nerds. Now, what that means is I'm gonna reshuffle the deck here a little bit.
What? I didn't fill out any paperwork for this.
Actually, we're gonna bring Joe down here. I do. I'm trying to get things the way I want here. Okay. All right. So the way we're gonna do things this way is we're gonna pose the question. So hopefully this is fun. So Brucifer is the contestant, but he's only going to get to play if Styx, Joe, and Dom get 3 X's. So he's not going to get to answer. So it's kind of Brucifer versus his Kingdom of Nerds, because all 3 of these guys are his Kingdom of Nerds here. And it can be found on Brucifer's Kingdom of Nerds. So Styx is going to start us off.
Okay.
So the question this week, top 5 answers are on the board.
Here's the question.
Name something someone might do on Free Comic Book Day. Name something someone might do on Free Comic Book Day. As always, I am the judge as to whether something is close enough to get the point or not. Joe, please drive the
no special treatment for Dom, please.
Joe, you got the X's?
Yep, I got the X's.
Okay. So, Styxboy, something someone might do on Free Comic Book Day.
I'm going to say drag their kids to Free Comic Book Day to get free comics.
Hey, good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, good answer.
Woo.
That is a good answer. And it is good enough that I will give it to you. Drag spouse along for extra books.
That's not even close.
Yeah.
Family member. You're dragging somebody with you.
Yeah, dragging someone along for free comic books. All right. So you're doing pretty well here, Kingdom of Nerds, not Brucifer. Brucifer's sweating. Joe, name something someone might do on Free Comic Book Day.
I'm going to, I guess, kind of take from our comments and tweak them a little bit. I'm going to say crop dust a child.
Crop dust a child.
Yep, I'm gonna fart, and that child's gonna probably be at that level. They're gonna get crop dusted.
What?
Well, Joe, give yourself an X. We are not.
Thank you.
All right, Domtober. Something someone might do on Free Comic Book Day.
push a bunch of kids out of the way to get some good books.
Joe is a dick.
Push kids out of the way to get the book they want is another X. Nope, it's not on the board.
Oh, come on, man. Throw a kid down the flight of stairs. Throw a kid down the flight of stairs. Come on, man.
That's a good answer, but not on the board. Styx, back to you. The one person who's gotten one answer right.
I'm going to say they're going to try and take more than they're allowed. Like some comic shops will say you can only take so many comics. They're going to try to take more than they're allowed to.
So I gave you the last one because you were close. You could, I mean, that could be, yeah, no. I'm going to give you 3 strikes on that one. No, not going to do it.
Yeah or no? Well, you said both.
No, I'm not. I can't give it to you. I mean, I could twist it and make it fit into one of the answers, but I think it would be overreach. So, all right. Well, that didn't go well at all for Kingdom of Nerds. That was pretty quick. Brucifer.
Yes.
Your chance to steal. If you get one of the remaining 4 answers right, you win nothing, but you do get to rub it in their face. Name something someone might do on Free Comic Book Day.
Roll up the comic.
Roll up.
Put it in their pocket. Roll it up and put it in their back pocket.
Roll up a free comic and try and steal it. That is your answer.
Yes, try to steal it.
Try to steal a free comic.
Yes.
Oh boy, if only Steve Harvey was here to make fun of that answer. But you're stuck with me. That's a weird answer, and it's not correct.
Damn.
All right, so that didn't go.
What the hell's on this list?
It kind of went as we expected. Let's see what else is on the list. At number 5, we have Be a Master of Disguise.
Be Guy Incognito to go back and get extra books.
To try and get extra books, correct. At number 4, camp out overnight to be first in line.
What?
What? What, the Star Wars 1999?
You want that fucking Energon book? That's the book I want. That's the only book I want.
Did Styx write these answers?
No. Me and ChatGPT did. All right, at number 3, we have visit every store within 100 miles.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
There'll be somebody that does that.
Yeah.
I got to go 40 miles away, right?
I got to go 50 just to hit 3.
I'll be away.
And at number 2, we have Marvel versus DC debate with strangers.
Oh, those are always the worst.
Okay.
Well, when does this drop? On May 1st?
May 1st.
4th.
May 3rd.
May 4th.
May 4th weekend. So it's Star Wars. May the 4th
first Saturday
weekend.
of the month.
I'll be in Philly.
Isn't there a con that day in
Yeah, I'll be
Syracuse?
in Philly. It's
There's a con that day.
The Fan Expo.
Yeah, there's the con
In Philly.
in Syracuse that day.
No,
The
but in
Toy
Philly.
Expo. The
No, the
Toy
Fan
Fest
Expo.
or whatever it's
The
called.
Fan
that's
Expo in
this weekend.
Philadelphia. I'll be there.
I thought it was next weekend.
No, next
So
weekend.
on future segments of the qualified, you guys really need to try and think like me and ChatGPT.
ChatGPT's
I
not far
disavow
enough,
all AI being used for this show.
Well, I kind of asked ChatGPT. I kind of say, "Hey, what do you think?" And he'll give me some stuff, and I'll be like, "No, it's kind of dumb." And then I'll kind of twist it and make it.
Just I think for future.
Who do you think wrote and performed our intro song?
I think for future crazy answers, just call up Marco because he'll have a story, an answer for anything you have.
Oh, it was online.
Yeah, but you want to get it done.
Give me no shoes on and
I wore my shoe
And
out.
you'll never get any answers.
I had to get a new pair of shoes online.
I had 2 buttons down, not 3. You know I mean business when I got 2 up.
At the end of the day, my shoes smelled like pickles. It was
A homeless guy tried to
And
feed me
people
a
were
hot dog.
eating.
I was on the lake and fishing, and this guy tried to steal my ASM #1. What?
Why'd you have it on the lake with you?
because that's how I roll.
A lot of fun non sequiturs in that. Oh my! So everybody, I think that brings us to the end of the show. If you have not done so yet, please like the video. We appreciate thumbs up. They help us survive. Would appreciate if you sub to Rennavision and Kingdom of Nerds and Styx. Got to throw you on there too, Styx, at some point. I'll throw you up.
DK has challenged Styx to a retirement match.
Yeah.
Loser leaves the league.
Boys, any last words?
Any movies opening this weekend? Is Fall Guy out this weekend, or is that next week? Or when is that?
Full of IMDb.
I think Abigail is out this week.
No, Fall Guy comes out next weekend, I think.
I don't know. Jedi can handle Abigail.
Yeah,
what is that about again?
April's a bit of a slow month.
Vampire.
Oh yeah, the little girl. And,
they go to kidnap her. Yeah,
I told you before, I can't go to theaters and watch scary movies because I don't want people to hear me scream like a little girl. I have to do that in the privacy of my own home.
Let's see. So what April? What will it be? April 26th? Or there this weekend? There's just Miracles at the Movies. Great luck. I don't know what that is, but that looks like shit.
Oh well.
Yeah, there's not much.
No.
Boy Kills World comes out next week on the 26th with the Scarred.
That Boy Meets World goes evil.
Boy Kills World. That meets World.
Boy Kills World or whatever.
Boy Kills World.
Boy Kills World.
But yeah, other than that, April is a slim. May 3rd is when the Fall Guy comes out.
Nice.
So the beginning of May, we will get Fall Guy. I think Jedi, you and I are the most excited to see that.
I am. I don't know why, because I don't know.
It just looks fun. It
looks fun, and I want to see the throwbacks. I want to see the callbacks to the original. If
they could pull a couple of the original cast members to show up in there, I will be happy.
Yeah.
And there are many.
He Majors has to be in it.
Why?
Because he's fucking awesome.
The Fall Guy.
He's the Fall Guy.
Is he like 90?
He's
like
up there.
84.
Yeah.
Barbara Eden's 92, and she's still out doing appearances.
And look at freaking William Shatner. William Shatner is freaking goddamn.
He's 93.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he never stopped working.
Well, yeah, Shatner will be here in Syracuse on May 4th.
Yeah, there's not much. I mean, other than the Fall Guy, even in May, you get If, which I know Bruce hates. Furiosa at the end of May.
Yeah, are we getting the hunter dude? What is it?
Craven? Not till
Craven.
August,
Yeah.
right?
Not
No, it's August.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
later
wow.
too.
Yeah.
There's no, it's slim pickings for movies.
You get
for the next couple
Wolverine
months.
and Deadpool in May or in July.
July.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till summer to start really getting.
Yes,
decent
1,000
number of
cameos.
Well, listen, if you want an absurd
August
comic
30th.
series, how about get G.I. Joe and the $6 Million Man? That's a great comic series.
Crossover?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Maxine. That's I need my Mia Goth fix.
Your mom comes out next week.
Deadpool and
Styx, are
Wolverine
you on
is
SNS
July
tomorrow?
26th.
I don't know. I'm going to be up in
Yeah.
taking my son for his college tour tomorrow. So,
okay.
Oh,
um,
Kyle, Styx might not be on tomorrow.
You better not be in chat.
You're gonna get
I
fired.
mean, if we're supposed to be coming back right after. We're not staying around. We're not going to Canada this weekend like I would like to. but,
Kyle don't mess around. You better not be in chat, boy. I'm telling you right now.
Exactly. If you could be in chat, you could be on the show. Remember that.
Well, it doesn't
You're not gonna be drinking Labatt's in the Great Northwest.
Kyle's funny.
Yeah, the triple X. I like the triple X ones. They don't sell.
The exports?
Anymore, so yeah, the exports.
Yeah. Canadians make some good beer.
All
I
right.
used to like that in Vienna.
All right, boys. Well, Wednesday.
going on? Yeah.
Well, Saturday you got SNS. Sunday you got the Dark Side crew giving you everything Star Wars. And
we'll see if Dom sticks around for the Star Wars Unlimited segment again. Dom's been a trooper. He's been sticking through it. What?
It's boring as shit, the game. I'm sorry, man. I can't.
Come on, Dom.
Speaking of pickups.
Yeah, you need to stop teasing people with that. You either need to crack that or put it in a closet and forget about it.
I am.
Send it to CGC to get graded.
Listen, like I said, all I want is the Boba Fett cards from that damn thing. I don't give a shit about
I don't know what you paid for that. I'm not going to ask, none of my business, but those things are up to like $240 now.
I didn't pay that much.
Those things are nuts.
Probably stole from Walmart.
Bruce,
I wish they were at Walmart.
He stole that shit.
Your schedule is always interesting.
It is.
When's your next show?
I think if all thing goes correctly, Sunday at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. between 7 and 8, depending on who's available. Styx, Joe. We'll have fun.
Yeah, I hear you, Terry. Same here. I can't find any place to play.
And Wednesday, watch the Tack Boys. Friday, you can watch the CBSI Hot 10. And all throughout the week, Pete is tossing up recorded stuff, hidden gems, dollar bin day, all kinds of good stuff that Pete puts up there during the week. So those have been quite popular. They're fun, short, and informative.
Maybe a pop-up here and there of us playing Star Wars Unlimited. We did that. We did that earlier this week. We had like 5 viewers. It was pretty cool.
And they were all Marco.
But no, they were faithful. I think Terry was one of them. I forget who else. We had a couple of people stay with us.
I was still watching.
I was falling asleep on Sunday when they were talking about the game. I was like,
you guys should watch how they do the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and how they set up the cameras for that.
Yeah, we do need to fix our cameras, but we work with what we got right now. We're trying to fix that, make it better.
Good times.
Yo, you're giving something for Waste Seeker to really do. He's like, well, the cards, this and that. You got this card, blah blah blah, this and that. Like,
well, we got to get him to stop talking about that damn teddy bear somehow.
Yeah.
They'll come out with a card with that.
Anything that's not nubs is.
And then that laugh.
Learn how to play the card game, though. Learn the card game.
That laugh, yes.
Well, we will see y'all next week. I don't know what we'll be bringing next week, but we will be bringing some toys.
We'll bring it.
Dom's going to do some toys, so we know we're going to have that. Baby. So toys are coming back, baby. So we got that going for us. And other than that, thanks all for sticking around, and we will see you all next week, hopefully, if we're all still here.
God willing, the creek don't rise.
Remember that meteorite? You don't know.
Take care, everyone.